Our double vision kickoff starts right now and is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is the Main Attraction Challenge. Your referee is Eric Greenleaf, and this match is sponsored by Trivia Night by Alex.
Folks, from Boca Raton, Florida, weighing in at 225 pounds, you know who it is, the Main Attraction, Daniel!
The Main Attraction, the outlier, back in Limitless Wrestling, and unfortunately for us, Johnny Torres, John Alba right by his side.
Oh, great. John Alba. Flocking the Main Attraction. Mac Daniels rocking that Boca Raton tan.
The Main Attraction.
Yeah, it's a cold time of year up here to travel up from Florida. But Mac Daniels with the Main Attraction Challenge in play tonight. We still don't know if we have someone accepting this challenge tonight. Oh, God, but I assume John Alba, Emmy Award winner, is going to let us know.
Look at this. You love it. You love it.
Double masking. That's a babyface move.
Surprise, surprise. A lack of respect from Limitless Wrestling. You know, we instituted the Main Attraction Challenge for two reasons. One, to get me my first win in Limitless Wrestling.
Yeah.
And number two, to give this man the opportunity to show what he's capable of and prove that he's deserving of all of your respect.
Absolutely.
And in typical Limitless Wrestling fashion, nobody has responded except Eric Greenleaf for some reason.
What?
Thank you, Randy Carver. So, since we have a full half hour, if we need to, we'll make this the Mac Daniels show.
It'd be a better show.
And we'll just post for 30 minutes. How does that sound?
That sounds horrible.
Awesome.
I can do it.
Ready?
I can do it.
Hit the buckle.
All right,
Hit the
all
buckle.
right.
Get up there.
All right.
He's not gonna.
And let's start the time now.
Oh, I think he's
30 minutes. Go ahead.
There it is.
Mac Daniels, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
What?
It's the real-life Cupid, Love Duck.
Yarmouth has been struck by the arrow with a real-life Cupid.
That's a lot of Valentine's, fresh gear, and a new outlook here in Limitless Wrestling for Love Duck, looking for his first victory in quite some time. He's on quite the losing streak, but what an opportunity here tonight. He can knock off Mac Daniels in our kickoff show here at Double Vision.
What a way for the first ever Main Attraction Challenge to go down, right? Culminating in Love Doug's first ever win.
You turn. Hey, Mac Daniels. You know what they say about guys that can't help falling in love?
What, John? What?
Only fools rush in.
Nothing from anyone here.
Swing and a miss.
Hey, look, Doug. What are you gonna do? Blow me a kiss? You gonna love me?
Oh.
Mac Daniels, here is the issue. There's a lot of love to go around. I should know, but you've got way too much love for yourself.
Oh.
Smooches.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
A slap across the face from the Main Attraction.
Sanitizer.
Certainly not pleased that Love Doug has accepted the
Oh, wait a
challenge.
minute. And sanitizing the hands.
He's hit himself.
Well,
How's he plan to wrestle this match?
Yeah.
You're gonna sanitize after every maneuver?
Sanitizing Eric Greenleaf.
Wait! Whoa! Bicycle! Love Doug! Off to the races!
Goes behind Mac Daniels' prom picture.
No!
Sends him hard overhead.
Love Doug!
He's feeling the love here tonight at the Yarmouth Ambets. Flies in with a forearm and the body shots now. Trying to crack the physique of Mac Daniels, who's rolling to the outside. And John Alba right there to greet him.
What the hell was that, John?
That was the fastest start I've ever seen Love Doug get on.
Whoa! Suicide dive from the real-life Cupid.
I spoke too soon. Still on that roll, and the pedals are flying.
Where the hell did they come from?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, Randy Carver.
Back inside the ring goes the main attraction. Love Doug rolling here in the onset. Oh, wait a second.
What is this?
He's got
John
his paws on
Alba.
his... There's a man purse.
Those were...
Whoa! Big boot upside the head, and Mac Daniels now soaking it. Mocking Love Doug as he sent him out to the floor. Just long enough. John Alba rearing his ugly head.
Picking apart tonight's Valentine's.
And that's only a one count. The heart still pumping, the love still flowing from Doug. Trying to pull himself back up in the corner. Driving himself into the abdomen.
Wow. Fiery club across the back of Mac Daniels.
Boot planted right across the windpipe. John out, get him down! Buying more time for the choke. Just toss him out of here.
Non-stop tenacity out of the main attraction here.
I can't believe this dude's going to be on the call later tonight. Double Vision, folks, coming up on IWTV. Thank you for watching, whether it's right now on Facebook.com/LimitlessWrestling, YouTube.com/LimitlessWrestling, or if you're watching on IWTV. We got a huge night coming up. Christian Casanova, Daniel Garcia for the Limitless Wrestling Championship, and Mac Daniels putting a hurting on Love Doug.
Lariat from the north, going for the cover.
Only a 2 count, though.
Narrow escape for Love Doug.
I mean, we've seen the resiliency from this guy. You look on the road, which streams every Wednesday on IWTV. Some battles with Iron Rip Bison, with Connor Murphy. Could tonight finally be the first victory? Able to evade the drop kick, but Doug stays right on him in the corner. Boots to the abdomen.
Raining in those kicks, sending Mac Daniels pillar to pillar.
Hard across the ring, out to the outside. Oh, but what a shot from the real-life Cupid. Heading up to the top rope.
Uh-oh, snatched out of midair.
Magnificent slam. Down goes Love Doug. And the losing streak continues.
But unfortunately, John Alba just secured victory.
Yeah, I hate to give this Limitless fun fact, but this is John Alba's first victory here in Limitless Wrestling. We're not going to hear the end of it anytime soon.
Absolutely not.
The main attraction walking out victorious after thinking he wasn't going to make it to Double Vision after losing to Tyree Taylor on the road. He makes it here to the kickoff show, and a statement has been made. Mac Daniels, here to stay in Limitless Wrestling. And folks, join us on IWTV coming up. We're just moments away from Double Vision.
The main attraction.
We did it!
Dude, why are you surprised?
We did it! I'm not surprised, I'm just so happy. Mac,
I'm happy, man.
This is 5 years of stress off my back. You got me my first win.
Glad I could help you.
I knew this partnership would work out. It's authentic. It's real.
We're friends, man.
We're friends, but
What?
I gotta be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned about something because now you've got a target on your back. You're a winner.
It's true. That's true.
We've seen the disrespect that this organization has shown you.
Nothing but disrespect, man.
And listen,
Dude.
You know that I believe in you, but you also know how busy I am. And you know I cannot be here all the time.
I know, man, I know.
So I want you to think about this. I know you've struggled with this in the past, but
What, John?
maybe we need to have some people who are looking out for your back when I can't be.
What people?
Listen,
What are you talking about?
this is a very powerful tool.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of numbers.
I know you do. That's why you're my agent, man.
I can make some calls with some people, and maybe there's a group out there that would consider working with us in a mutually beneficial relationship. Just think about it,
I'll think about it.
and we'll see where this takes us, because I got a feeling that at the end of the day, the guy who's going to be standing tall in Limitless Wrestling, well, you know who it is.
Absolutely, man. I love it.
It takes a special talent to hold this championship. It takes a top talent to hold this championship. You know, the funny thing is, you don't choose your destiny. Walking in winning this championship, I thought I had all the answers. But in reality, your destiny chooses you. Who better than Daniel Garcia? Who better than Red Death? I'm better than Daniel Garcia, and I'm better than Red Death. I came from the bottom. I didn't come this far to only come this far, Daniel Garcia. It's really gonna take a whole lot to take this championship from me. I will not go out on my back, and you're gonna have to kill me. What's really good, Red Death?
Christian Casanova thinks he's gonna leave this company with the championship. In professional wrestling, you don't leave unless you lose the belt. Christian has it all planned out. He's gonna take the title, he's gonna beat me, and he's gonna leave. I am not letting that happen. While Christian's off in Florida chasing the bag, I'm gonna be right here, chasing wins chasing championships, and chasing my legacy.
Live on IWTV from beautiful Yarmouth, Maine, welcome to Double Vision! Our opening contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee is Nate Speckman, and this match is sponsored by the Young Lions Perspective Podcast. Introducing first from the prize city, weighing in at 170 pounds, the Prize City OG, the Prize, Alec Cruz.
Big folks ain't got no fuck going on. Hey, hold up, take a moment, count like walk, all these rags bumming in, they bumming in, hold up. Hey, count like walk, can't stop coming in, coming in. I've been dropped up, she dropped it, I've been dropped up, she dropped it.
Coming off the heels of the biggest event in Limitless wrestling history, we present to you Double Vision. John Alba, Randy Carter here in Yarmouth, Maine. And Randy, we just said it was the biggest show ever, the VLC, back in December. So how do we follow it up with a match like this?
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Alec Price already laying down the verbal beatdown to Myron Reed. We saw this boil over on Twitter. Myron Reed was supposed to be here for the 2020 Vacation Land Cup. Travel issues made that not a reality, but he's looking to stake his claim for a championship shot here tonight by defeating the prize who's on the rise, Alec Price.
Well, it's time to fill your eyes with that Double Vision. Our opening contest set to get underway here. This match presented to you by the Young Lions Perspective Podcast, only on Wrestle Addict Radio. And Randy, you said it, Alec Price. This is a guy who has captured the attention of the independent wrestling world coming off the heels of his performance at the Vacation Land Cup.
He really has. He built some momentum for himself and hell, he was 2 people away from becoming Limitless Wrestling champion. He could have been the champ very easily. Took his eyes off the prize for a brief moment. Garcia and Casanova able to capitalize. We'll see them in action later tonight. But Alec Price, I can't believe he's
I'm not buying this, Randy. As someone who's been known to pull a fast one on people, I don't know if I'm buying this.
A time or two, that's for sure. Myron Reed having none of that. Booting it away, gonna square off here with the Prize City OG, center of the ring. Wow, capturing the arm quickly into the hammerlock.
And this is that confidence from Alec Price that we talk so much about. He oozes it. At such a young age, he's established himself as someone who is not to be messed around with, even if he himself occasionally backs off.
I mean, he's not one to back down from any challenge, any fight. Sometimes bites off a little more than he can chew. I mean, we've seen that over the years.
We certainly
the JD
have.
Drake match, Jake something. But, I mean, we look at the victories he's stacked up. He's beaten Ace Romero twice in the past calendar year.
He certainly has, and this is someone who's established himself as a top talent on the road, of course available on IWTV as he looks to ground Myron Reed here, and again, back to a vertical base for the two of them.
Very interesting start here, especially after the war of words on Twitter. I'm very interested in the game plan of Alec Price, kind of looking for a ground attack here on hot fire Myron Reed, known to fly around the ring.
And Myron Reed is somebody who I think it's been a little while for some Limitless Wrestling fans because of that layoff with the pandemic and then what happened at the Vacation Land Cup. This is something that they've been wanting to see for a long time. This is a guy that, for all intents and purposes, should be knocking on the door of the Limitless Wrestling World Championship as he goes to work on Alec Price's arm there. A little bit of torque. It's going to leave some sting.
Yeah, drilling the arm over his shoulder, Alec Price. Now trying to roll forward. Right back up to his feet. Impressive athleticism. Whoa!
And I'm looking at Myron Reed in that tangle there, Randy. He was trying to figure out Alec Price.
He's a tough guy to game plan for because we're seeing it tonight. I mean, we've seen time and time again Alec Price can throw with someone like Ace Romero. He can fly with the best of them like Christian Casanova. He's like a shapeshifter. He can do absolutely anything. And you never know what he's going to bring to the table.
I was talking to Myron Reed before this match, Randy, and he straight up said this to me. I'm better than Alec Price, and I want to show everyone that.
He's trying to do that here tonight, elevating Alec Price.
Ooh!
Oh, but the headlock takeover.
But look at this. Myron Reed, great awareness, and Alec Price once again able to get out of it.
We're back to a standoff. Alec tripping him down, looking for the quick cover. Not even a one count. Referee Nate Speckman getting a workout here early on, and they both caught the kick. Pushing each other backwards, right back up to their feet. Oh! A face-off not lasting long. The pie face is coming in, and now the forearm.
And this is the brutality that you'd expect, that comes with the frustration. Each of them have had an eye for an eye so far in this matchup as Myron Reed rolls through, hooks him.
Uh-oh. Alec Price, though, able to capture the arm, roll him through.
Oh! We talk about stiff, Randy. I think that one is going to be felt for a while, and I think he's got a double dosage.
Rearranging the facial features of hot fire Myron Reed. Oh, no! Drilling him, ripping him out into a powerbomb like landing, but only a 2 count from referee Nate Speckman.
Frustration from Myron Reed, and he's sore. I mean, favoring his arm and his lower back. Again, they were eye for an eye for so much of this matchup in the early goings. Now all of a sudden, Alec Price, who, as you said, is not afraid to call his shot. We're seeing it in action in front of our faces.
I think he saw Myron Reed favor that back, like you said. I think he saw that target glaring at him. Now a big forearm connecting to the side of the skull. Myron Reed trying to cover up, but Alec Price all over him.
Myron Reed, of course, former MLW middleweight champion. Drops him with a suplex. Cover, hooks the leg.
A 2 count once again. Myron Reed hanging tough, trying to weather the storm of Alec Price here early on. Price is getting frustrated. He's got a short fuse.
And we have seen where that has come to cost Alec Price in the past. I think back to his Vacation Land Cup match with Ace Romero where he got frustrated and then got pounced and almost tore his ACL in the process.
Yeah, he was down on the floor. I thought it was going to be a countout, honestly. It was gnarly, but Alec Price reining in the shots once again to the back of Myron Reed.
I'll tell you, Randy, Myron Reed is hurt right now.
I don't think he expected this start, but able to twist his body, rotate in midair, landing in the stunner. Whoa, right into a fireman's carry position.
I mean, look at this. What's Myron Reed thinking here?
Not much anymore. Alec onto his feet. Out to the apron. Saw it coming.
Oh!
Dropping a leg on the back of the head of Alec Price. Woo! Flipping him over. Throwing him into the canvas.
The elevation from Myron Reed forced momentum onto Alec Price's body that he did a complete flip.
A lot of momentum there, and Myron Reed nowhere close to done. Charging in, sent to the outside. Drilling his knees into Alec Price. Could it be over? Only a 2 count once again.
That recoil, there was no bounce back. He planted him, and Alec Price just kind of got hung up there and had nowhere to go.
It's unbelievable to me. There was no hesitation from Myron Reed. As soon as he hit the apron, he knew exactly what he was going to do. Popping himself back in, driving the knees into Alec Price. He's just got a game plan here tonight.
He does, and all of a sudden, it's amazing what momentum can do, because we saw Myron Reed favoring his back before, but now that he's got the upper hand, that swagger returns. We know what got him to the point of this is a guy who's been on national television. This is a guy who's taken our champion, Christian Casanova, to the limit twice.
Yeah, numerous occasions. Quite a series of matches with Christian. Now the ground game being implemented by Myron. Taking Alec down to the canvas, maybe looking to choke him out here. Good ring positioning, not exactly in the center, but far enough away from the bottom rope that Alec can't reach out and grasp it.
And he's trying to torque back that upper torso, but Price was trying to roll through it, and I think he was able to. He got up to his knee, and then eventually to the rope.
Price is like a rabid dog. Oh, no. Slap right to the face, and Myron Reed throttle him. Some forearms into the jaw.
Over.
Wow, onto his feet. Oh! Hopping up into the drop kick.
Alec Price got hung up there on the ropes. Let's see if that rattled him or not. Looking for a little momentum. European uppercut.
What force, driving himself into the corner with a running start. Now gonna send Myron across the ring, hard back first in the corner. Uh-oh. Drop down hard STO from Myron Reed.
And here's where Reed is lethal.
He's thinking about flying. Oh, no!
Took a little too long getting to the top there, Randy. And now he's in a precarious position.
What the hell?
Oh, the double stomp from Alec Price.
From the top rope. Able to run and jump and somehow land on the top rope. That's not many people can do that.
No, but Alec Price is an elite athlete here in Limitless Wrestling. It's a reason why he's climbed so high up the card. And it's a reason that Alec Price is knocking on the door of Limitless Wrestling World Championship.
Nice possession! Driving his face into the canvas. All around the world into the cover. 2 counts galore for the Prize City OG.
And I think that speaks to what Myron Reed wants out of this match. It's a chance to prove, as I said, that he is better than Alec Price. He calls himself the young GOAT.
Prove it. Gotta prove it. Calls himself the young GOAT, former MLW middleweight champion for quite some time, John. Here in Limitless Wrestling, he just hasn't been able to find his footing, but a victory against Alec Price, I mean, we've seen it with people. It elevates him now. Alec Price is a true player here in Limitless Wrestling. Whoa!
Little homage there. Oh!
That was a mistake. Myron Reed looking to capitalize, too.
Right at us, Randy.
Off the ropes.
Oh!
Flattens him.
Plants him.
Oh, man! Kicked him into next week. Cover. Oh, no. Alec gets the shoulder up.
I'm amazed by Alec Price's resilience every time I watch him wrestle.
It's unbelievable what he can take. I mean, you look at that series with Ace Romero that capped off at VLC. That really speaks to me about what Alec Price can take.
And he might be taking feet to the face here. Oh, no, wait a minute. Myron Reed showing a little mercy. Or maybe not.
Now.
Some instigation from Alec Price. Gets him a right hand straight to the eye.
Swinging for the fences with that forearm. Alec Price dazed and drilled off the side of the ring.
I hear that's the hardest part of the ring, Randy.
You heard correct. The ring frame right
Oh, wait, here's what Myron Reed can do so well. Using all parts of the ring. Here we go.
And now there's going to be no hesitation. Alec, right where he wants him. Suicide dive.
He's caught. He's caught.
Oh, no. Back first into the steel ring post.
Here's Alec Price. Oh, look at the standing moonsault. Oh my goodness! Wait,
but
he caught him out of the cutter?
Bringing him back. Decapitation. Back of the head drilled on the knee.
I can't think this is anything but great scouting from Alec Price!
Oh, no! Death Valley driver on the side of the ring. Myron Reed tried so hard to set up for that cutter on the apron. Goading Alec Price up there. Now Price into the cover. A 2 count once again.
Now that frustration started to boil in for Alec Price. As you hear him say, stay down, Myron.
Why don't you stay down?
I think all of us want to know that.
Why do I gotta do every single thing in my goddamn moveset?
He said everything in his moveset, Randy. I know that he's got a few surprises in store.
Well, he's given a little time here to Myron Reed and the fans around ringside, providing some energy for Hot Fire the Fireman, driving a boot into the bush.
Wait a minute.
Oh! Only 2 once again. Somehow Alec Price popping off the canvas.
That vest has come undone, Randy.
Is that the equivalent to taking the straps down?
I think
Business
it is.
picking up for the fireman. Alec Price in a vulnerable position. What an impact on that. Back first, center of the ring.
And you can see the welts on Alec Price's back right now.
I can imagine.
Wearing those battle scars, both men to one knee. Alec Price with the forearm. That sound resonating through the embeds here. And another one from Myron Reed this time.
Such a heavy hitter.
He's
Alec
deceptive.
Price, somehow still able to return.
Oh!
And an absolute thud with that chop across the chest.
That's right to his heart. And look how tired Alec Price is, though.
I would be too. He's gone through immense punishment, still trying to hit some offensive maneuvers with Myron Reed.
Myron Reed, uh-oh.
Able to find his way out.
Standing switch.
Alec able to shrug him off, holding onto the top rope.
Look at this, Alec Price's head!
Scouted!
Alec Price!
Got it!
That is the Alec Price that has risen this card in Limitless Wrestling. That's the Alec Price that has himself in position, Randy Carver, for a Limitless Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship shot.
That's how quick it can happen. Alec Price had it scouted. Myron Reed in the ring, he can't believe it was a 3 count. But Alec Price gets away with another victory here at a very important event here for Limitless Wrestling. When the lights are the brightest, the prize rises to the occasion time and time again.
He's amazing, Randy. He manages to get it done every time.
What do I have to do? What do I have to do? I just beat the longest reigning MLW middleweight champion, Hot Fire Myron Reed. But yet, I'm not in the title picture. You see, my eyes are on the prize, that Limitless World Championship. I'm done with all the distractions, the fans, the boys, this, that, the third. I'm done. It's my time to shine. 2021 is the year of the prize.
May everyone I love die after me, and I plan on growing old, living carefully. May everyone I love die after me. If I gotta age, I'm gonna do it happily. She like a backwood, I'm with her up and dig out the guts, stuffing her up. She like a colossal, the sense of a touch.
The following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Your referee is Nate Speckman, and this match is sponsored by It's Our House Podcast.
They say one is the one for evil.
from New York, New York, weighing in at a butt of money, the root of all evil, Charles Mason.
We created as a critical mess. We spend the money that we don't possess. Our religion is to go and grow it home. So we come in every Sunday at the mall. I love it. So take me to the near shore. Your lights so bright and rains. The happiness is green.
As a journalist, it's my job to pick up on little idiosyncrasies that people display. And I look at Kevin Blackwood's body language right now, and I see a little more seriousness out of him. I don't see as much swagger. I see more focus. And I think that Kevin Blackwood enters Double Vision with something to prove.
He's zoned in. It really feels like he's on another level right now, and that's kind of weird to say coming off the Vacation Land Cup. A loss to J.D. Drake in the semifinals. Did not make his way back to the finals for a second straight year, and some stiff competition ahead of him. Cashflow Ken Broadway, the first time we've seen him inside a Limitless ring in 5+ years. In that time frame, took some time off from wrestling. Now he's back not only wrestling, but with a music career in tow as well. And Charles Mason, the root of all evil, someone I know you've seen a time or two at Synergy Wrestling.
Yeah, and Charles Mason, quite frankly, scares the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. I think Ethan Scott wet himself when he came up to his ear there.
The referee, this is a legitimate thing, the referee was not certainly pleased with doing this matchup with Charles Mason in it. I think it's a weird vibe for everyone when this dude's around.
I will say, as someone who dresses nicely, to have some tearaway suit pants wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, I suppose. It'd make my life a lot easier, honestly.
Not even a snack?
I couldn't imagine it. I don't want to. Charles Mason, Limitless Wrestling debut. This could be a huge victory for either him or Ken Broadway, who are looking to stick around here in Limitless Wrestling.
Oh my goodness!
This win means so much to Blackwood. Charles Mason immediately starting off hot. Oh no!
And what I love about these multi-man matches in Limitless Wrestling, Randy, is that it's always an occasion for someone to step up to the plate and prove their pecking order in Limitless Wrestling. Ken Broadway, wow!
And you're absolutely right about these multi-man matches. We look back at the history of Kevin Blackwood, the first major victory for him. What really put him on the map in Limitless Wrestling, it was a win in a 6-man scramble.
It was, and Ken Broadway has history in it as well, as Blackwood goes for the gut, goes for the knee, sends him down to one knee.
Uh-oh, caught the knee coming in. Blackwood hung up, ducking the kick, catching him into a neck breaker! Right on the back of his head!
And look at that, immediately noticing Mason on the outside, turning his attention towards him. Kevin Blackwood going flying,
Oh, come on now!
It's completely legal, Randy.
It's absolutely legal and driven on the side of the ring. Charles Mason, an absolute maniac. But you don't want to look behind you. Cash flow!
Look at that! Woo! The elevation from Ken Broadway.
Hurling himself over the top rope, a taker dive. And if it don't make dollars, John Alba, it don't make sense.
I've learned that a time or two during my career. Trust me, Randy. I have. And talking about Ken Broadway, you said it's been 5 years since we've seen him in Limitless Wrestling as he gets a beautiful back suplex there. It was actually a multi-man match that we saw him in. He faced Scott Wilde, Chris Pyro, and look at that!
One-legged! Off the middle rope! Oh, only
Mason
a
able
2 count.
to power out of that, but Christian Casanova rounding out that, and look how far their two careers have come respectively, where Christian Casanova defends his title tonight against Daniel Garcia, and here's Kevin Blackwood, Daniel Garcia's friend, who he's been training with. Odd pinning combination there, gets 2, ducks the line. Handsome!
Down to the canvas, shoulders down, but only a 2 count once again.
But that's something you and I were talking a lot about, how Kevin Blackwood has spent the last couple of months after his disappointing showing at the VLC training with Daniel Garcia, maybe having to reteach himself how to dig for that killer instinct.
I think that's exactly what it is. I mean, we've seen the videos, those two at Grapplers Anonymous in Buffalo, New York, which puts out an amazing crop of students, and these two really leading the charge for Buffalo, looking for a clean sweep here tonight. Think about what that would mean.
It'd be a nice car ride back with some championship gold and some pedigree in your pocket.
Yeah, but it's going to be a sore one after chops like that from Ken Broadway. Charging in with a European uppercut.
Look at Mason here, Mason. Oh, wow! Great ring awareness from Mason, and now he blasts him! Modified DDT.
Right on top of his head and not stopping there. Meteora in the corner. Squishing Kevin Blackwood right onto the shoulders and down onto the midsection. Could he have it won? No!
Charles Mason channeled some energy. He was able to rest up on the outside.
Oh, look.
The leg. It's one of those advantages of a triple threat match. As long as you're confident that the two men in the ring aren't going to finish each other out, you rest up on the outside, get some energy, and look what Charles Mason is doing. He has that killer instinct, maybe a little too literally.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you have to capitalize. Uh-oh. Broadway with the heavy-handed chops. You got to pick your spots. Charles Mason looking for a bite to eat.
Now he finds himself as the meat in the middle of a sandwich.
Oh, right upside the jaw of Ken Broadway, and Charles Mason capitalizing anywhere he can.
Fairly evenly match up here, Randy.
Big forearm exchanges center of the ring. Charles Mason not wavering. 2 straight for Broadway, but cash flow, money-making Manhattan's finest, firing away at Mason.
And here's Kevin Blackwood stepping up to the plate, swinging away like Babe Ruth at Forbes Field.
And he's certainly not missing. Crowd behind him here runs in with a European uppercut, and there's one for Mason. Pillar to post, but into the boot.
Up and over, catches him.
Wow! Right into the submission. We'll see if he can grapevine the legs here. Ken Broadway.
Oh! Beautiful backstabber by Kevin Blackwood. Opportunistic and maybe putting him on the stepping stone to walking away with a win here.
Yeah, but all 3 men down. That took a lot out of Blackwood just to execute. The extra weight of Ken Broadway coming down on the legs of Blackwood. Got to make it tough to stand.
But he's back to his feet, and it looks like he's...
Well, maybe it's not that tough. He's caving in the chest of Charles Mason.
Here's Broadway. Ducks underneath. Oh, right on the top of his neck!
You got to check on him.
Nate Speckman doing just that. And Blackwood wasting no time, Randy. He's learned his lesson.
Here comes the big one. Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
Broadway's got hold of him. Oh, man, he's up in the air. Rolling through, and he's got the leg.
Catches the leg. Maybe looking for an STF. Let's see.
Trying to step through. Usually tucks the arm
Yes, he
behind the
does.
head.
And there it is.
No. Now he's got the arm in his possession. We'll see if he can get it behind the head, maybe close in a grip around Broadway.
Crawling towards the rope, but it's not going to do much good in the triple threat match
He's
here.
trying to hold out. Meanwhile, Mason back to his feet. Oh, man! What a kick to the side of the face. Blackwood sent to the other side of the ring, and now Charles Mason sending Broadway out to the floor.
I've been really impressed by Mason's ring awareness in this match.
He's in a lot of these multi-mans lately. He's got to be used to it at this point.
Whoa. With the foot there, though, here's Kevin Blackwood.
Whoa!
Sent over the top. Up to the top rope goes Kevin Blackwood.
Maybe thought about the double stomp.
And call it a choke slam.
Charles Mason had it scouted. May he have victory? No!
That was close. And Ken Broadway couldn't muster up enough energy to even break that up, so I think we're starting to see these effects linger on him. But no, here he comes.
Tears him backwards, back to his feet, look for the big penalty kick. And now swinging for Mason. Comes back around with an enziguri.
Staggering is Mason. Are we pumping?
Oh, no! Again. And this time he's got the legs hooked around Ken Broadway.
The guillotine just wrenching into Ken Broadway, but look at the power from Ken Broadway.
That's exactly the way to break it, too. Driving him in the corner, forcing him to release the hold.
Fireman's carry position here.
Bad news for Charles Mason. On the root of all evil. With a big fish hook there to Broadway.
Catches the arms.
Later! Lays out with a German suplex. A gnarly landing for Mason. But look inside the ring.
Blackwood drops him. Single leg. Turns it over. Half crab. Wrenching it back. Kevin Blackwood's face showing the intensity. Dragging him to the center of the ring.
Repositioning himself. Sitting down hard in Broadway.
And here it is.
Tough position.
Look at that transition, Randy.
Tucking the arm this time. He's got the grip around the head. Tearing back down on Broadway. Charles Mason licking his lips. He loves this shit.
Look at him. He's not even trying to break it up.
Oh, look at his arm. Oh, look at his arm. His arms went limp.
He went limp.
There's the bell. There's the bell. Kevin Blackwood gets the victory here.
Charles Mason just watched that.
I hate to be so vulgar here, John, but have you seen his videos on Twitter? He gets off to stuff like that. Kevin Blackwood keeping that submission hooked in. Charles Mason too enamored with it to do anything. And Blackwood able to steal a victory, his first victory in quite some time.
There's nothing celebratory about Kevin Blackwood right now, Randy.
It's all business.
And maybe this is what Kevin Blackwood needed. Maybe this will bring back the old Kevin Blackwood.
I could smell it on him. I could smell that scent of poverty from miles away. Ken Broadway might have all these other people fooled. All these poor pieces of garbage who see him as money have never seen someone like me in their lives. But I know where he comes from. I can smell the poverty that lingers on his body. And it was so satisfying to watch that man fade away. Next time, Ken, you're going to fade in my hands. For I am the root of all evil. And the pleasure is all mine.
Limitless Wrestling. 5 years. 5 long years since the self-made savage. Since Mr. Moneybags, the man out of money-making Manhattan, New York, stepped foot in the Limitless Wrestling ring. And although I didn't get the win. I feel good. Cash flow feels good. He feels alive. He feels back. Kevin Blackwood, I see you. I see you doing your thing. I ain't mad at you. But you, Charles Mason, you've been a thorn in my freaking side ever since I laid eyes on you. You want to talk money this, money that. How about you put your money where your mouth is? Let's talk money. And let's see who really is about it. Because I'm letting you know right now, I've been getting money. I've been doing this. I've been the self-made savage. So if you want to try and tell me something, you think you're doing something? How about you come and you step up and you come back to Limitless Wrestling and we could do this. We run this 1v1. And I'm going to show you that if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
You see what happens when you tap into that aggressive side? Nobody can touch you once you're like that. When you tap into that aggression, you get W's. It's a W.
I told him something was going to change and I was done holding back. You brought that out of me. You brought that out of me. Thank you. I owe you so much for that.
Hey, you don't have to owe me anything. We're just going to walk out of here with a clean sweep tonight. Casanova thinks he's going to leave this company with the belt. I'm going to make sure he leaves on his back. Because that's how a champ is supposed to leave.
That's right, bro. Let's go.
I'll make a TikTok. I'll make the kids proud. When Becca gets all up in here, we get loud. I heard your dog's rich. You need a new mom? I can keep a secret if you keep mine.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee is Eric Greenleaf, and this match is sponsored by Marie Shadows.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga. I can't stop this feeling.
Introducing first from the Ocean State, she's a real captain, Ashley Bob.
What you do to me? Ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, when you're home, ooga chaka, ooga, and you're on so tight, can't let me go. Everything's alright. I'm tired of feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. It's as sweet as
Well, that was
Introducing her opponent from Columbus, Ohio, Becca.
We've got singles action on our hands here at Double Vision. The leader of the Scrunchy Squad, Becca, making her return to action after an impressive performance at the Vacation Land Cup, going one-on-one with Davienne. But tonight, it's a rematch from the Road Season 2 against the real catch, Ashley Vox.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Randy. After the barn burner that we saw at the Vacation Land Cup with the Sea Stars and MSP, I thought we'd be seeing more tag team action out of Ashley Vox, but instead here she is, seemingly extending her hand, and Becca extending a scrunchie.
I mean, we remember back to the first meeting, she wanted to induct her into the Scrunchy Squad, an honorary member, I suppose. Now extending the scrunchie once again. We'll see if better luck comes here at Double Vision.
You asked me this last time, and you're asking me again.
Ashley doesn't seem down with the sickness here, Andy.
I mean, she was for a little bit last time, then super kicking Becca right square in the face. Ended that pretty quickly.
Let's see. Apprehensive, but... Oh. She's not about the scrunchies. It's not for everyone.
It's not. She's more about fish hooks.
Oh, look at a cheap shot. Here comes Becca rolling her up.
Oh, shoulders down. A 1 count there from referee Eric Greenlee.
Inside cradle.
Imagine if she ends this in seconds.
This is what Becca does. Every single time we see her, she's always so quick.
Quick and unpredictable.
I think back to that match against Davienne back in December. She almost pulled the same thing on her.
Yeah, almost had her within seconds, nailing a super kick in the early moments, but Ashley Vox, so crafty. Shoulders down for a brief moment, rolling her through. Becca able to evade.
But look at Ashley Vox thinking quickly here. Oh, the senton!
She's seen that one before. A 2 count there, Becca getting the shoulder up.
Yeah, and now grabbing her midsection. I can't imagine why.
That's a rough landing. I mean, we saw back on season 2 of The Road, Becca going toe-to-toe with Delmy XO. They had a draw. Earlier this season, season 3, which airs every Wednesday on IWTV, we saw Becca actually defeat Delmy XO.
Yeah, snuck a win on her.
She did. Oh, man! It had the flatliner scouted, drilling her on the knee.
But this is also a much more focused Ashley Vox. This is someone who's been on Impact Television. She's been on AEW Television as a single star, which is worth noting because as I was talking about before, I think it's almost like she's got something to prove as she's laid out by Becca. It gets the left shoulder up.
Big time scoop and a snap. Continue. Go ahead.
I think she personally feels like she's something for. I don't think anyone in the Limitless audience is going to say, oh, we don't buy Ashley Vox as someone who's a contender. We know she is. And she gets turned over here to the crab.
I mean, in this very building, we've seen her go toe-to-toe with Chris Statlander, last creature standing. Daniel Garcia, who challenges for the Limitless Wrestling Championship later tonight. Oh, man! A big boot from Becca right to the chin.
And I also think it says something about Becca and how far she has come in such a short period of time. Just 23 years old. She's only been wrestling for a couple years. Made her official debut in December of 2019. I think it says so much about her that she's able to obtain a match like this with someone that has accomplished so much.
It really does. And amidst the pandemic, no less, when there's not much wrestling schools are closed down, it speaks to the dedication that Becca has for her craft. And now, setting herself up in the corner, maybe looking for an acrobatic slap
here. Here we go. Back handspring. Oh, ooh, caught.
Ashley Vox met it with a super kick last time. This time, into the buckle, but hard onto the canvas.
I was tapping that ring earlier, Randy. It is unforgiving. I think Becca just learned that the hard way.
That's a hard landing. Your legs get tangled up in the ropes. You have nothing stopping you from careening down to the canvas. Referee Eric Greenlee implementing the count, but I think this is going to buy Ashley some much-needed time to recover.
Yeah, she needs to collect herself here. We don't normally see Ashley Vox rattle like this in singles action. And I think, as I said before, it says a lot about what Becca's able to do as she ducks the line. And she's got her hooked!
On a feeling, and the feeling is a headbutt.
Grabbing her own head, too, after that, trying to shake it off.
I mean, that was a doozy, John.
Up and over.
Catching herself on the apron and fires off a forearm. Becca's dazed in the ring.
Charges at her!
And there is the swinging flatliner. Is it victory? No.
You notice that scrunchie just hanging there in the middle of the ring, Randy? It's like a reminder of what got Ashley Vox in this spot in the first place.
It absolutely is.
Look at her. She sees it. And there she is, grabbing it, rolling it out of the ring.
Get rid of it. Get it out of the way. Becca back to her feet. Oh, sweeping the legs of Ashley Vox down to the canvas and the Boston Crab. Great ring positioning here from the leader of the Scrunchy Squad.
Cinching it in on that lower back. You can't get any momentum when you have it put on position like that. And Ashley Vox can't even move, but she loses grip of one of the legs, has to try to modify into a half grab, but look at the positioning of her left knee.
Driving it in the lower back. A lot of pressure put on Ashley Vox here, but she's crawling, trying to get to the bottom rope, and she does.
It's almost like a half lion tamer there.
That's a great transition to keep that hold, even if one leg pops free. She didn't give up on it.
She didn't.
And that did some damage to the real catch who's trying to pull herself back to her feet.
And Becca trying to pull a scrunchie up.
Tightening that thing. Oh! Connecting with a drop kick, sending her hard backwards into the bottom turnbuckle.
What's Ashley Vox thinking right now? We haven't seen her in singles action on a Limitless pay-per-view in some time.
Oh, man!
Wait a minute!
What strength from Becca!
No way! Oh! Her head bounced off 2 turnbuckle corners. I mean, oh my goodness!
It's a rough landing for Ashley Vox and Becca, trying to capitalize quickly. Only a 2 count, though.
It's intestinal fortitude, Randy. Ashley Vox has been in a Limitless ring with some of the most talented athletes that have come through Maine. This is a test that I don't think she was necessarily expecting, even after what happened on the road.
I hope she's not underestimating Becca here tonight. Ashley elevated now. Elbows connecting to the side of the head. Oh, looking for the Visco round, but Ashley caught it. Woo! What a shot from Becca. Jaw rattling to the second rope. Oh, no! Into the super kick. Still just a 2 count, though, John.
Becca has so much fight in her, Randy. It's amazing to watch someone so young in their career be able to reach down, dig down deep, and step to the occasion. But this crowd here showing some support for Ashley Vox.
Of course. I mean, she's earned that respect from the Limitless audience. She's earned that respect from the locker room. And now trying to earn herself a victory. Trying to lock in that real catch submission. Can she tuck the arm? Can she get that fish hook deep? Trying to tear her head backwards, but Becca, she's got her knees under her.
And she has her hand wrenched on top of Ashley's, too, trying to prevent her from cinching in deep.
Now, what's she doing here?
Oh, it's a scrunchie! She's got a scrunchie!
She's sliding a scrunchie onto her arm? Oh. And ripping her forward with a scrunchie on the wrist!
Oh!
Let's go round!
She caught her! Wait a minute, Randy! Wait a minute, Randy!
Go back! Unbelievable! Becca with some scrunchy innovation, I guess we should call it. Sliding the scrunchy off of her hand, thwarting the real catch submission, and winning the match, John!
I don't know if that was quick thinking or if Becca had that planned all along, but whatever it was enough to give Becca, undoubtedly, the biggest win of her Limitless career.
Wow, and she's gonna put a scrunchie in Ashley Vox's hair! A statement here in victory for the leader of the Scrunchie Squad. You don't diss the Scrunchies, John. They come back to bite you.
I still can't believe this. It's very rare, Randy, that I'm speechless. You know that firsthand. And Ashley Vox has no answer.
I'm joined at this time by Becca, who is victorious in her match against Ashley Vox. Now, Becca, how are you feeling at this time?
I am feeling high right now. Just like, woo! I mean,
hi, Becca. Hi. There goes your scrunchie. First of all, you got lucky tonight. That didn't count. You distracted me with a scrunchie. And second of all, who's even in the Scrunchie Squad? It's just you! It's all in your head, Becca! Who? Name people!
That is blasphemous. The Scrunchie Squad has members all over the world.
All over the world?
And for recruiting.
Give me a name. I want to see a list.
It's confidential.
Oh yeah? Confidential?
Yeah.
How about you get one of your Scrunchie Squad members and face me and Del me? How about that?
Fine. Easy. Everyone loves scrunchies.
Oh.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. The referee is Eric Greenleaf, and this match is sponsored by Fretzelmania Podcast. Arrow Shakers from Champion Trailer Park in Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 265 pounds, Big Beef, Yarmouth, weighing in at 330 pounds, the big boy from Brooklyn, Tyrie
Double Vision viewers, it is time for an absolute boss fight. No pun intended. We've got a beef battle on our hands, John Alba, as Tyree Taylor, the big boy from Brooklyn, who defeated your boy Mac Daniels to earn an opportunity here at Double Vision, going one-on-one with Big Beef, Gnarls Garvey.
Yeah, unfortunately, Randy, I know Tyree Taylor a little all too well. Between the road and what we saw prior to the Vacation Land Cup, and the cameras didn't see what happened after we ran through the curtains, and I'd rather not go into it.
I wish they did. Tyree Taylor, a mountain of a man, but standing across the ring from it, Champions Trailer Park's finest, Big Beef, looking to make an impact here and pick up his first victory in Limitless Wrestling after an impressive showing at the 2020 Vacation Land Cup against Rip Bison.
Yeah, and Randy, I know how you work with a lot of these individuals, and when they impress you on their first showing, it sends a message to you that you believe that they have something that they can bring to the table that will elevate them on these shows, because otherwise they wouldn't be here. And not only do you see a mountain of a man in Big Beef, but you see someone who can be a legitimate contender.
Absolutely. I mean, he took the fight to Rip Bison. I've been watching this dude for a long time. All across the Midwest is Big Beef, and I feel like 2021 is going to be a big year for that man. But kicking it off with a victory here in Limitless Wrestling, that would certainly solidify a callback for him, another flight to the great state of Maine, and seeing him back in action once again. But Tyrie has been someone so impressive on the road. We saw his debut against the Prize City OG Alec Price, and man, that's such an impactful debut. You don't see those all the time with everybody because it's so easy to get lost in the shuffle with so much going on, but Tyree Taylor has stood out on the road.
And I don't think it can be slept on how bad Tyree Taylor has wanted this opportunity, a chance to showcase his skill set on a Limitless Wrestling pay-per-view, and now he has a chance to do it against a human boulder.
I mean, he was so close to doing it just a few months ago at the end of 2020.
What a shame.
And yeah, I'm sure. Vacation Land Cup qualifier just falling short, but we saw him. The road season 3, as we said, defeating Mac Daniels, getting back in the win column, and he needs a big victory here.
But he's very agile for his size. 6 foot, 330 pounds out of Brooklyn. And what you learn on the streets of Brooklyn is you gotta be ready for anything. And Tyree Taylor proven that already.
You don't see many 330-pounders springing right back up to their feet
You
like
certainly
that.
do not. But I wonder if that gets to his head at all. I wonder if his knowledge that he can do anything would ever put him in a position where maybe he overexerts himself on this stage. I hope for his sake that's not the case, especially against someone like Big Beef, who's going to make you pay with big forearms like that.
Wow. Meaty forearms being thrown back and forth. Neither man can really rock the other, though. Ooh! Right around the throat, and Tyree Taylor returning the fave.
I believe you call that the goozle.
The old goozle? I love a goozle.
Now the southpaw strikes from Big Beef, and now they're just trading blows. Randy Carver, this match was made for you.
Oh, yeah. Right up my alley. Big Beef, though. Driving a knee in the midsection. Ooh! And a skillet like Chop, and Tyree returning.
Ooh!
Wow! Two hands connecting.
I believe you refer to this as the big clothesline with both of them out of the ring. I believe you refer to this as meaty men slapping meat.
Yeah, meaty men falling out to the hardwood floor. No panning out here at the Yarmouth Amvex. A bad landing for Beef and Tyree, just spiraling over the top rope, and both men making their way up to their feet at the same time.
Crowd firmly behind Tyree Taylor here, Randy.
How can you not pull for this guy? Such an impactful superstar here in Limitless Wrestling, but needs the wins to back it up. Whoa! Using his head as a weapon.
But then you think about Beef, who came in and impressed so much in his debut match here. He knows that he gave it his all and he still came up short. You have to think that a win is about a lot more than pride here.
Of course. I mean, for both these guys, it's about getting a call back. It's about coming back and solidifying your spot in Limitless Wrestling. Because on these big shows, you know what? We've got 8 matches on the main card.
There's only so many spots.
Absolutely.
And Tyree Taylor has this opportunity. He can't lose that spot.
Big Beef firing away. Quite a push for him to get back on him. Limitless main card. As Tyree driving a knee into the abdomen of Beef, and I don't like the look in his eyes.
No, I don't either.
You gotta be kidding me.
Got his arm clutched around Beef's big head. Oh,
those are some big feet, and there's not much room on that apron, John.
We saw them go outside the ring.
Jeez. Teetering up there and raking the eyes.
I wouldn't want to be Eric Greenleaf right now.
How do you contain these two?
To be fair, I'd never want to be Eric Greenleaf, but...
That's fair. Oh, come on now!
Okay, Greenleaf's got to get things under control here.
Those dirty fingernails seeping into the eyeballs.
Yeah, from the trailer park. I think he probably uses one of those, like, doggy cleaning devices to get underneath those nails. It's not going to be very effective.
I don't think Big Beef has ever heard the word clean. Firing away at Tyree, who's now draped over the middle turnbuckle. A precarious position for the big boy from Brooklyn.
What's Beef thinking? Oh!
Wow!
A Leonard leap from Big Beef.
Like he was shot out of a cannon.
As Tyree Taylor falls inside.
Eric Greenleaf right there to check on him because realistically his head could have careened off that steel ring post. He could be concussed. I gotta be real.
Reminder,
ran it.
You're watching Double Vision here on IWTV. John Alba, Randy Carver. This match, Big Beef and Tyree Taylor, presented to you by Fretzelmania. Podcast you can hear on Wrestle Addict Radio.
Beef screaming at those around ringside, giving Tyree a little time, but not much. Now choking him right across that middle rope. Throat first, got to be tough for Tyree to suck any air into the body.
You know, I was talking to Beef before this matchup, Randy, and he was telling me he likes getting his opponent draped over the rope. It sets up for that beefy bomb that he does. And he's agile, just like Taylor here. Oh! Swallowed up in the belly of a whale.
Yeah, you're talking that beefy bomb. He loves to utilize the ropes, loves to throw his body around. And such a big dude to be throwing your body around, using it as a weapon. And just no regard for the safety of Tyree Taylor. These are stiff shots, stiff boots coming in at every angle. And Tyree, even in the corner, trying to fight back with a body shot, but Beef certainly has the upper hand.
But again, you know, where the ropes may be a place of reprieve for a lot of wrestlers, Beef makes the most of them. As he's got Taylor back into a corner, sending the Irish whip into the other corner. Charges.
Oh, but there's a boot. Tyree Taylor continues to answer, even though they're more few and far between now.
Ooh! What the hell? Into a cover?
Jesus Christ! He bounced off the turnbuckles, John! Check on him, referee!
We go to a cover here. I mean, are you kidding me, Randy? How did Tyree Taylor muster out of that? He's in La La Land right now, let alone Yarmouth, Maine.
I mean, it's got to be instinct. I'm speechless, John. I'm absolutely speechless. He rocketed into the corner. Big Beef turning his body, just hurling Tyree Taylor, who was coming in like a freight train.
Yeah. What's he thinking now? Dropping the axe on the back. But Beef's beat up himself here, just favoring his knee a little bit.
He's beat up and pissed off. I think with such a hard toss like that into the turnbuckles, landing so awkwardly and such a gnarly landing.
You expect that to finish things off.
Of course, you expect him to be knocked out. You expect us to be calling medical personnel. That's a big man to be hoisting up, John.
Yeah, it is. He tried it on the apron before, couldn't quite get enough leverage. Now spins through it. Foot to the face. Taylor staggering. Oh, no. Oh, my!
Wow! That's 330 pounds elevated and dropped!
The ring just hopped in the air, Randy.
Yes, it did.
Rolls him over, hooks the leg.
Tyrie continues to fight. Continues to push forward in this first time ever singles collision.
I think Tyree Taylor recognizes the opportunity he has here, Randy.
Yeah, but at some point you gotta say, is it smart to push through, or do you have to live to fight another day, John? You're putting your safety, your health at risk.
You are.
Anytime you're in the ring with Big Beef, that's the truth. We saw it with Rip Bison, who did not walk out of VLC unscathed.
Tyree Taylor, a little bit of fight in him.
Oh, but those knees from Big Beef, quick and powerful. Uh-oh.
Reverses the whip. Beef's got an answer for everything. Oh my goodness, Randy!
Oh, blocking the lariat and a kick sending him backwards. Big squisher in the corner.
There's that agility from Tyree Taylor. Look at that facial expression. Staggering his Beef. Cuts him off. Drops the elbow.
Right to the center of the back. Rips him away from the ropes into the cover. But only a 2 count from referee Eric Greenleaf. What a flurry of offense from Tyree, but he's got to keep it rolling right now. He really has to string some offense together.
He does, and he's getting serious right now.
Yep, that right arm raised high in the air. We've seen that discus lariat time and time again.
Here we go. Underneath.
Going behind, trying to elevate Tyree overhead, but that's not going to work.
No, that's not happening.
Oh, once again. Trying to rip him overhead, but Tyree putting on the brakes. Wow! Keeping hold around the head, twisting him to the canvas. Oh, man, just a 2 count.
Tyree Taylor has been so methodical as he's found this second burst of energy here. Taking his time, that everything Beef throws his way and has an answer for it.
Beef can hardly stand at this point, favoring the knee, but Tyree Taylor still trying to shake off the effects from the onslaught from Big Beef.
Yeah, we saw Beef struggle to get Taylor up. I don't know if this is going to work.
Oh my God! He's got him in the air!
Slides through.
Shoulders down, but Beef rolling through. Ducks the clothesline.
Oh my!
Muscles him up there! Here come the elbows from Beef back to a vertical base. Oh, and driving himself into the midsection.
Taylor down to one knee. He's gassed, so is Beef. And of course they are. They're standing up on the top. Oh!
Wow!
Step up enziguri from Tyree Taylor, staggering his Beef.
He's teetering. He's teetering up there.
Humpty Dumpty might take a fall here, Randy.
No way. Tyree's gonna meet him up there. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. We got a lot of weight on these ropes, John Alba.
I hope you reinforce the ring, Randy. We've seen cages fall in Limitless Wrestling, and maybe 2 men are about to suffer the same fate.
Oh, my gosh. Teetering up there as Tyree's trying to take him overhead, but Beef fighting for his life. Headbutts galore, skull-to-skull connection.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yikes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
Lariat from the top, sending sending Tyrie crashing down.
A right hand from the Louisville Slugger factory. And Beef to the top rope.
Everybody out of the pool, John. Everybody out of the pool. Oh! What a splash from Beef. But Tyrie kicks out.
And maybe, just maybe, that hesitation bought Taylor a little bit more energy to kick out of that, Randy.
Tyrie says, is that it, you big beefy bitch? Still more gas in the tank of the big boy from Brooklyn, but a boot right across the side of the face.
We're looking at a match of the night candidate here, Randy.
Let's see what Beef can do.
These two men, they want this so bad. Oh no.
He just can't get him up there. Wow! What a strike to the side of the head.
The civil rights swagger from Tyrie Taylor.
Nearly knocking
He should
him
go
out.
for a cover here, Randy.
He should.
He should go for a cover, but what is Taylor thinking?
Potentially has the match won, but I think he's thinking bigger, John. He's thinking kill shot. That civil right may not have done the trick. Pulling Beefster into position.
I don't know about this. We saw one big man fall. We're looking for two!
Whoa! Nobody home on the moonsault from Tyrie! Beef rolling out of the way just in a nick of time.
Beef to his feet.
Staggered. Oh!
Clubbing blows.
Shades of Vader. Good God, what connection.
We call those knockout blows where I'm from, Randy.
Yeah, I think we call them knockout blows anywhere you're from. Wow! What a hard landing high on the back! Tyrie Taylor, 330 pounds being thrown around like a rag doll.
And look where he ended up, Randy. Exactly where Beef likes it.
Not good news for Tyrie. Here comes Beef!
The Beefy Bomb!
All of his weight running and driving himself at the back of Tyrie into the cover! And that's all.
Here's your winner, Big Beef Charles Norman!
Tyrie Taylor gambled, and he came up flat.
Taking a big risk there. Going to the second rope looking for a moonsault. Not something we normally see from Tyrie. But I guess this is the time, this is the place to take those big risks. Unfortunately, crashing and burning his Beef, able to get himself out of the way, had enough time to regain his composure. And that Beefy Bomb is lethal, John. Getting the victory here, defeating Tyrie Taylor, and putting his first victory here in Limitless Wrestling on the books. I gotta ask, John, you're the story guy being a journalist. What's next for Tyrie?
I think Tyrie Taylor has to ask himself that question. This was your chance. You had it served on a silver platter. Sure, you had an immovable object in your way, but you stepped up to the plate. You wanted this, and you came up short. And I think he needs to look himself in the mirror, Randy, and ask himself, is he ready for this stage?
Whoa, look in the ring. Easy, Tyrie.
He can barely stand.
Yeah, I don't think he knows where he is right now. A very impressive showing, but a rough result for Tyrie. We'll be right back with more Double Vision, folks.
For 6 years now, Beef has set out to accomplish one thing in this world of professional wrestling. Beef's #1 big man in America. Since I've started, I've had multiple goals. I've accomplished these goals by stepping into a limitless ring. Yeah, I wasn't successful in my first endeavor here against Rip Bison, but you know, Beef is a have-not. I come from the trailer park. I'm used to getting shit tossed in my face. But Beef never gives up. Never. What did Beef do? He came back and he proved himself tonight. I picked up my first victory here in Limitless Wrestling. Against someone that I think is one of the best big men in America. And you know what I did? I whipped his ass. Pinned him 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring. So you may wonder what's next. I know what's next. We're gonna keep lining them up. Limitless already said, good job tonight. We think you can do better. I know I can do better, Limitless. If you think you got what it takes and you think you can hang with the Beaster, step on up. Beef's #1 big man. What you gonna do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined at this time by Tyree Taylor. Now, Tyree, you lost a chance to get into the Vacation Land Cup. Tonight, you lost your match against Big Beef. What's going through your mind right now?
It's going through my mind. When the lights are the brightest, I just fold. Apparently, L after L after L. Remember what I told you last time? Potential doesn't pay the bills. I've been too nice. I've been too cheery with these fans. It's about me. It's about me. I'm better than this. The top is just waiting for me. All I have to do is take it. Take it. Why didn't I think of that before? I need more. I need more.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee is Eric Greenleaf, and this match is sponsored by Fog Breaker Studios. Introducing first, from Carmelo, weighing in an undisclosed amount of rubber duckies, representing the ugly duckling, Killjoy!
Time to shock the world, the energy's electric. I'm a little bit off, they always said I was a crack. And these ugly ducklings started running in the back. About to leave you on the mat, twisted like a bottle cat. While we flying through the air, you still lying on your back. This for every time you ever said I couldn't do it. If I see a glass ceiling, I'ma break through it. The best there is, with the rep to prove it. Nothing less, I don't know what you expected, stupid. Cause I rap for the ugly ducklings. Outcast freaks and they come from nothing. Voice of the unheard, the underdog. Start running. What?
Double vision, so it's only apropos we give you a double dip of Johnny's here. John Alba and Johnny Torres. joining you here from the Ambets here in Yarmouth, Maine. And, well, Johnny, there's crazy, there's really crazy, then there's Killjoy crazy, and then there's Rip Bison.
We are getting a mixture of genres of crazy.
This is a match that I never thought I would see in Limitless Wrestling.
The beauty of pro wrestling that matches like this will just randomly unfold in front of your eyes.
This is a match where we're going to see a styles clash, very much so. Rob Killjoy, a personal recommendation from a Limitless Wrestling favorite, JD Drake, somebody that found himself in the Vacation Land Cup, had high praise for Rob Killjoy, 16-year veteran. He spent half of his life in the pro wrestling game, and I think he's trying to familiarize himself to this Limitless Wrestling audience with a man who's gone the extra mile to familiarize himself with them in Rip Bison.
No doubt about that here as we are locking up in the onset of this contest. Yeah, Rob Killjoy, the veteran of the Carolina scene, has been seen throughout the Northeast alongside Colby Carino, Lance Lude, and Coach Mikey and the Ugly Ducklings.
Boy, is he ugly.
Tall task ahead of him.
Yeah, Rip Bison is someone, Johnny, who has certainly made a name for himself in Limitless Wrestling in the last calendar year. His war, no pun intended, with Warhorse for the IWTV title at Practice What You Preach kind of put him on Limitless Wrestling fans' radar. And then we saw at the PLC what he did to Big B. Got 2 wins in a row here, having defeated Love Doug, but it's always so hard. We talk about sports to get 3 in a row, and Rob Killjoy stands in front of that.
The magic trifecta does big things for a wrestling tenure, which certainly shoot Iron Rip Bison up the rankings with a victory over a veteran like Rob Killjoy here. Would also do a lot for his standing on a regional basis too, seeing that Rob Killjoy has seen both the north and south of the East Coast.
And for those of you who are unaware with Killjoy, you're seeing this match. He has a fairly graceful style of wrestling for someone who's so rugged. And look at this, right there, goes up and over, off the ropes, and yeah, it's going to take a lot to tackle Rip Bison, who returns the favor.
The speed advantage is firmly in the corner of Rob Killjoy, but this is a power game we're playing now.
Kip up right into another one from Rip Bison. Goes over.
Out of the way.
Impressive mobility here from Rob Killjoy to the top rope. Lands on his feet.
Oh! Shades of Takeshi Morishima.
And the boot to the mush sends Killjoy to the outside. Rip Bison, 5'10", 230 pounds of pure meat.
It's bigger every day, putting that time in the old dungeon. Ripper heading to the outside where
this
Ripper
is his favorite place. So
yes, is most comfortable, yes.
This is his favorite place, and Rob Killjoy, I hope he did his scouting because he knows that, or he should know at least, that he needs to get inside that ring.
Uh-oh. Oh, Ripper doing it for him.
Bison to the apron, and here comes Killjoy taking advantage of that momentary pause.
Triangle dropkick connected flush. And this ugly duckling looking about ready to fly.
Can ducks fly?
Well, this one can. Or at least...
Oh, no. Oh!
No.
Oh, the thud could be heard from the ponds unknown themselves.
Wait a minute. We saw this last time. Cactusa Ripper! That'll crack a hip.
It certainly will, but Rip Bison well on his way to another impressive win here in Limitless Wrestling. Rob Killjoy, though, I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to say this real quick here. We'd mentioned that he's friends with JD Drake, but they're frenemies. These guys have gone to war, and that chop there from Rip Bison, that's nothing compared to something that he's experienced with JD Drake. He told me that JD Drake once punched out his mother. What? This is nothing. Goes for the cover. But how do you use that experience now, having gone through hell and back with a guy like JD Drake, and channel that against a guy like Rip Bison.
If you're weathered to the brawler style, you might have a chance. But Ripper is a very contemporary take on it.
Pulls out, ducks the line.
Whoa!
He's tripped up. Look at that! What a recovery by Rob Killjoy there.
Outstanding. Tope con hilo.
He could have lost his footing so easily there, but he managed to collect himself and turn defense into offense.
Outstanding showing so far from Rob Killjoy.
We call that a forecheck.
Whoa!
Sports world.
Oh! Springboard double stomp. Fluidly heading right to the opposite top rope.
Get dangerous.
Double stomp. Rolls him over, hooks the leg. Bison gets his shoulder up. You know, Killjoy told me it's a good piece of advice, Johnny Torres. Never get in a fight with an ugly guy. They've got absolutely nothing to lose.
Oh, well. I'll write that one down.
Humble, if I may say so, is Rob Killjoy.
No doubt about it.
Again, you're watching Double Vision here on IWTV. John Alba, Johnny Torres. This match presented to you by Fogbreaker Studios. We've had a hell of a night here so far in Yarmouth, Maine. We continue leading up to our main event tonight. Daniel Garcia challenging for the Limitless Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship against Christian Casanova in his final match here in Limitless Wrestling.
They're just laying down the leather. Killjoy, I think it's... Wait a minute!
Pushes him away. There's that agility. Had him scouted. Killjoy thinking.
No! Choke! Slam! Wait, no! Doctor!
The deadlift lays him out! Rip Bison!
Wow!
A millisecond away from another win here.
What resilience out of Rob Killjoy being able to kick out of that?
Well, again, man, this is an opportunity that he realizes he cannot squander. It's not often that you make that trip up from wherever the ponds unknown are. Maybe they're in the Carolinas.
Well, J.D. Drake around the Carolinas, I'd assume. Carolinas. Uh-oh. Love gun lariat.
Look at this.
Oh, it's over. Sunset flip.
Couldn't apply enough pressure there to press him down.
Bicycle kick. Two for good measure.
Super flush there by Rob Killjoy. Trying to hook him for the suplex.
Wow! Oh, brain buster across the knee.
The strength, the unexpected strength by Rob Killjoy might put Bison away. But musters up enough strength to get his right arm in
Fraction of a second away.
And I wonder about the effects on Killjoy's left knee there.
Yeah, you saw him favor that immediately after connecting.
That ain't a cruiserweight you're dropping on your knee.
Right. Yarmouth rallying behind. The resident Ugly Duckling in the building. The wrist tape is off, and he's heading to the top.
We saw what he was able to do before, drop a couple beautiful double stomps. Bison was ready for it, though.
Short.
Oh, those ropes are bending.
No. No. We've seen this before.
Bison.
Rope break, Steiner. We know what's coming now. Burning hammer!
Rip Bison! Rip Bison!
Oh no! Get out of here! As I live and breathe.
The expression on the Ripper's face. He's in disbelief. And yes, I understand typically Eric Greenleaf screws these things up.
But not this time.
But I think he got his shoulder up in time.
The sheer silence in this room like a vacuum. The Rip Bison. Right arm in the air. It's time. Loading the bullets into the chamber.
Get up.
No, you're dying. You just hear Rip Bison there. He goes, "Oh, you're dying."
He wants that kill shot. He wants the period on the end of the sentence.
Kill shot on Killjoy? No. Stiff chop.
Still life in Killjoy yet.
All right, you still want to go? Keep coming.
He's not afraid to answer. Bison a little cocky here.
Relishes the fight.
I wonder if he knows the hell that Rob Killjoy has gone through in his career.
We're seeing it all. Rob Killjoy
back and
leaving
forth
it off.
we go.
Slug it!
Catches him, spins him around.
Into the discus elbow. Ripper on rubber legs. Wow. Takes off. Head of steam on this. What? The off gun lariat!
Rip Bison cradles him and puts him away.
Here is your winner, Bison.
At some point, Johnny Torres, enough has to be enough. Rip Bison has to be in contention for that Limitless Wrestling World Heavyweight title.
No argument in my mind. He'll successfully capped off the trifecta. 3 wins in a row. Whoever the champion is leaving tonight is on notice.
You see that, Limitless? You see that? Rip Bison's on a roll. I'm on the roll of my life. Rob Killjoy of the Ugly Ducklings. He's a tough man from down south. He sat in there tooth and nail with Iron Rip Bison. But it didn't matter. Doesn't matter how good they are. They fall to the Love Gun Lariat. And the Love Gun Lariat is coming after you, Limitless. I'm not talking about you in the office. I'm not talking about the boys in the back. All the top talent. I want that championship. I want all of your biggest sweethearts. Bring them to Bison. Give them to Rip. Love Gun Lariat awaits them. Rip Bison, it's coming for you. I thought it was gonna go a little better for me, honestly. Rip Bison, you're a tough opponent. Not somebody I could prepare for. But besides the fact, you beat me tonight. My debut for Limitless Wrestling, somewhere I've been trying to get for a long time. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm Rob Killjoy, representing the Ugly Ducklings, quack. And I've been doing this for 16 years now. That's half my damn life. I've been working hard, scratching, clawing, missing opportunities, everything. Just for chances like this, for chances to be here. Tonight didn't go my way. But I think I earned a second shot. Next time, it's going to be very, very different. I'm not going to be the one looking up at the lights. I'm going to be the one with my hand raised above my head. And I'm going to hear the announcer say, and your winner, representing the Ugly Ducklings, Rob Killjoy. And the crowd goes wild. Quack, 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 quack.
Well, whoever thought we'd be here? Not me. We're on the same page. We were the best of friends.
I would say without a doubt we're one of the most cohesive tag teams in New England. Season 1 of The Road. Davienne and Ava Everett decided that in order to make our way onto the main roster, we needed to do it as a tag team.
And I took that to season 2 of The Road when you decided to start your new life in Florida and sit out the season.
Vacation Land Cup 2020 Davienne comes back to the main roster. Davy, that was not what we communicated. You're gonna win the belt.
Let's go. Come on.
Ava Everett is going to come back to the main roster. And it is going to be at Double Vision.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Your referee is Nate Speckman, and this match is sponsored by the How to Fall podcast.
Oh, wait a second! Wait just a damn second! Ava Everett racing out, jumping Davienne on her entrance.
Randy, I knew this was going to be contentious, but I didn't think this was going to start this way. Ava Everett just exploding out.
Oh, but Davienne firing back already. The match has not started, folks. Referee Nate Speckman out there on the floor trying to gain some control, but for the second straight time in a matter of weeks, Ava Everett catching Davienne off guard, this time from behind.
And just both girls throwing bombs at each other. Oh, no.
Oh my God, the back of her head on that turnbuckle.
Oh. And this is just going to be brutality. You can just tell.
I'm concerned for Davienne already. I don't know if you saw how hard the back of her head just hit that steel.
I did.
Nowhere close to the turnbuckle pad. Oh man, and we're going into the chairs. Sending Davienne careening into the people.
I'm hoping Paul and Harry had their Wheaties because they're going to have to be chasing them all over this building, I feel like.
Wait just a second. Chair in hand. This is not a no disqualification match.
The match hasn't even started
yet. No,
yet.
the bell hasn't sounded. I don't know if we're going to get this underway. Luckily, bringing it back to the ring, but is Davienne in any condition to participate in this match?
You got to respect Speckman there. He's trying to keep her back, trying to keep Everett back.
Well, he's doing the right thing here.
Absolutely.
Oh, and now smacking the back of the head of Not America's Sweetheart. Davienne did want this match, but not this way. She wanted a fair fight.
And we just seen a change in Ava.
There's a Limitless press, and there's the bell. Feels comfortable about calling for it now.
There we go, and that's the fight we see. You were concerned for Davienne? That's proper. Like, there's one thing we know about her is that she's got to fight. My God!
Wow, launching Ava Everett nearly back to Florida with that German suplex. There's another one, dropping her high on the back. What an impact, Alexander Lee!
You mentioned Florida, and that's all where this kind of comes off. Each woman feels disrespected in their friendship. Good Lord.
Well, if I'm Davienne, of course I feel disrespected. Being jumped after she defeated TJ Crawford on the road, our Season 3 premiere. And then tonight, Ava Everett, former best friend, former tag team partner, and Not America's Sweetheart, who turned her back on her weeks ago. And ripping her throat first into the rope.
You gotta respect that, though. That's just smart. That's smart. Come on.
A stunner across the middle rope. Davienne dazed and confused. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Where is Ava Everett going?
Back in the ring.
Oh! It throws all of her weight across the back of Davienne with that double leg drop over the second rope. I can't imagine how much that had to have hurt.
It could be over right here. Only a one count.
And that is this contention you see between the two. It goes further back than being jumped. Ava feels forgotten. The whole entire thing is that she thought they were going to make it to the main roster together.
As a tag team, yeah. Boy, how things changed. I mean, Davienne really, in Season 2 of the road, leading up to the Vacation Land Cup last year, just building her singles resume on her way to potentially earning herself a shot at the Limitless Wrestling Championship. I mean, you cannot deny the success of Not America's Sweetheart during the past year.
absolutely correct. It is undeniable, and that is why she got the opportunity that she had. And that's why I think this has become a miscommunication that's become almost a blood feud.
Oh, man, driving 2 knees to the back. And once again, Davienne draped over the middle rope, a very bad position, and it could be all over. Only a 2 count. Davienne still coherent, still with it enough to get the shoulder off the canvas.
Davienne is one of those people, if she's still breathing, she's still fighting. You have to knock her out, tap her out. If she's not going to quit, will not go home.
Ava throwing some shade. The pie faces to Davienne. Certainly going to piss her off.
I don't know if this is the smartest play, but that's what happens when it comes to these things. It's no longer about the technicality. It's about the brutality. Oh.
You're absolutely right. It's a new version, a fresh coat of paint here on Ava Everett, and not certainly one that I'm used to. From the Platinum Honeys to doing things on her own with the girls' room, later known as the Sisters of Construction, and now Ava Everett seemingly all for herself and taking a bite out of that top turnbuckle, courtesy of Davienne.
I'm glad you brought that up because this anger, this fire that we're seeing from Ava, although it's not the most cleanest and proper of paths, it's probably one of the best passes, the most furious that we've seen her, the most angry, and it's done her good. We've seen it in her track record.
Of course, there's a new edge to Ava Everett, it seems, and this is the first time in quite some time that we've seen her actually inside a Limitless ring.
Randy, no.
Oh, no! Right on top of her head!
Oh.
Davienne spiking her out of the ropes! But just 2.
And give her up to the wherewithal of Ava Everett to be dropped on her head, folded over, tacoed over into that second rope, dropped her head and DDT to still kick out.
Yeah, it's a rough landing for anybody. Ava Everett backed up. I don't think she really expected Davienne to have the power, to have, I guess, the life left to connect with something like that. And what are we seeing right here?
So sorry.
Oh, come on! Oh, and Davienne returning fire! Looking for another German suplex, seemingly her bread and butter here tonight. Ripcord into the clothesline! Ava Everett still kicks out.
But it's getting so closer and closer. Each one of those, and like that moment right there, that moment of brevity that really gave her that chance to, can we still be friends? I still want my friend, is almost what she seems to be saying.
I mean, it's got to be tough. I mean, you know better than anyone. Split off from a group of tag team, it's going to be tough to handle on both sides. And a big squisher in the corner. Davienne crushing Ava Everett between her and the turnbuckles. Oh no!
Oh,
that schoolboy into the corner, the back of Davienne's head once again.
And that's that amalgamation of wit. Pitch.
Oh, wait a second. Foot on the rope, but luckily Davienne kicking out of sight of referee Nate Speckman. There's a little added leverage there for Ava Everett.
Oh, he's got the dragon.
Trying to hook in a dragon sleeper here. Davienne continuing to fight, but a bad position. Oh no! She sits down with it. Legs are grapevine, and that's the bell. That's it.
Here's your winner, Ava.
She's not letting go. Come on, Speckman. Get her
wait, we gotta get help out here. Referee Eric Greenleaf hitting the ring. He can't break this hold. Get her off there. Come on, guys. Ava Everett proving everything that she just said. Maybe she was the better half of this tag team.
Definitely giving something to think about. Ava Everett, your victor here at Double Vision against Davienne. And you've got to admit, this new attitude, although it kind of sucks, she's kind of coming off as a bitch, but it's working for her. She just got the win, and a win is a win in this sport.
I mean, hey, the wins mean everything here in Limitless Wrestling. Ava Everett has been successful in the past. We've seen a lot of it in tag team action, but it's a new day, a new dawn for Ava Everett here in Limitless Wrestling. And Davienne needs some help. We got to get some more people out here and give her a hand. I think we need some medical attention.
and gentlemen. I'm
Stop talking! No! Why are you even here? Get out! Bye-bye. Ava Everett! Oh, hey! I won. I beat Davienne at double vision, just like I said I would. This was my match. And you know what? I'm done with Davienne. I really just wrestled her 10 times. I don't really care anymore. I don't want to wrestle Davienne ever again because I beat her. I won. So, here goes nothing. Ava Everett is going on to do bigger and better and more iconic things for the road season 3. And I'm not wrestling Davey ever again. Goodbye, Davey. I love you. Bye. Hate you!
Hey, is she alright to talk right now? It's about time.
Yeah, Ethan, I can talk.
Alright. So, Davey, what are your thoughts about what just happened out there?
What are my thoughts? The match tonight wasn't about who won or lost. It wasn't about a championship. It was about my friendship with Ava Everett. A person who I thought I would be friends with for the rest of my life. I mean, Ava didn't only make me the wrestler I am today, but the human being in front of you, Ava helped shape. And hearing everything that she was saying going into tonight, I wanted to be able to sympathize and understand the animosity she had towards me. And it wasn't about who won or lost. I just wanted my friend back after her behavior in that match. Ava, all you have done is royally piss me off. You wanted to use me to get to the main roster in Limitless. Well, congratulations, you got to win up on me. You think this is over? I'm gonna Daveyenn your career. It's enough, Eva.
And this match is sponsored by the How to Fall podcast and Fog Breaker Studios. Introducing team number 1 from Tampa Bay, Florida, and the streets of Newport News, respectively, at a combined weight of 300 80 pounds, the biracial thing, Aiden Aggro, the Big Sister, DangerKid, the way wrestling should be, MSP!
We've got triple threat tag team action on tap here at Double Vision. Randy Carver joined once again by John Alba. And there's some bad feelings around this one, I gotta be honest. The competition, jumping MSP, jumping CJ Cruz and Ricky Archer on the road, ruining their tag team match. But they've got what they wanted. They're on the big stage here at Double Vision. They've got both tag teams to potentially make a statement with if they can pick up a victory here tonight.
There is a track record in Limitless Wrestling that when you call your shot, you get people's attention. That so far has worked out well for the competition. And then you can't forget about CJ Cruz and Ricky Archer. Two guys who I think it's easy when you look at the caliber of teams they're against, might get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, but they're trying to make that not happen
Jordan
in 2021. We saw them go to war with a spot in the VLC on the line in December. CJ Cruz squeaking out a victory, pinning his tag team partner, but we heard him on the road. They feel on the same page. They feel more motivated than ever. And now's the time to really make a splash in the tag team division. We heard MSP at the Vacation Land Cup after an insane match with the Team C-Stars, Ashley Vox, Delmy XO. They made a decree, a proclamation that tag team wrestling is going to be revitalized and once again important here in Limitless Wrestling, and they want something to fight for.
Yeah, not necessarily title holders yet, but certainly the ring bearers here in Limitless Wrestling. And let's see right now.
Obviously, triple threat tag.
I was just about to ask you, Randy, can you explain the triple threat tag rules we're going to be seeing
there's
here?
going to be two gentlemen in the ring at once. Tags must happen, obviously, for that third team to get into the match, and it looks like the competition maybe taking a break here.
And I ain't running. I ain't scared. I'm telling you right now, I'm built like this. I'm ready for this. I came here to catch a body.
Well, that's just the champ, I guess.
And you get what you asked for.
He came to catch a body, but he caught 2 kicks to the face.
Yeah, you get what you asked for, Randy. I've been in that spot a few times, and it looks like we're going to see CJ Cruz and Ricky Archer figure out which one of them is going to start against MSP. Okay.
Whoa!
Here we go.
Match has not started yet. The bell hasn't rung.
Oh, look out!
Whoa! MSP taken to the skies early.
Right in front of us, MSP wasting no time reminding people that they are the top garners here in Limitless Wrestling as they get ready to put some work in on the competition.
Yeah, getting a little revenge here for the ruining of their matchup with CJ Cruz and Ricky Archer. What a match it was on the road.
But this is wise here from CJ Cruz and Ricky Archer. Just let the other guy. Oh, never mind.
Oh, nope. CJ gonna dive in with a Fosbury flop and Ricky Archer across the ring. My goodness.
Rock and roll, Ricky Archer. Rock and roll, CJ Cruz.
And you got to look back at the triple threat earlier. I mean, there's a lot of that match that's going to bleed into this one in terms of strategy for these three teams.
I don't believe we've had a belt officially, Randy.
We have not, because there's no order here. I mean, we saw Connor Murphy get popped. We've never had it just be 2 men in the ring at once.
Dial it up, Randy.
Woo! CJ Cruz connecting with Connor Murphy. Now Ricky Archer has him in his clutches. Oh, Champ Mathews!
The strength by Connor Murphy.
And now,
there we go.
We finally got the bell sounded. 2 wrestlers in the ring, 2 legal competitors in the biracial Bay, Aiden Aggro and Connor Murphy.
Aiden Aggro so happy to be back full time now, healing up from that shoulder injury, back in the ring. Drops him down. Here comes DangerKid.
Step off, Senton from DK.
They are the kings of the Sentons here in the state of Maine, and Connor Murphy rolling out. Here comes Champ. Randy, I know how personal this matchup is for you. The competition, a team you've been watching basically your entire pro wrestling fandom.
Of course, and the competition really collectively taking this seriously. What an enziguri! DangerKid ducking it, but costing his partner as Aiden Aggro eating the boot from Champ Mathews behind the referee's back.
Kicking him where it hurts.
Yeah, Absolutely, and sending him into the corner hard.
And you got to give Champ Mathews this. The dude looks like $1 million, and he's showing that his brain is worth just as much.
Yeah, I mean, they're a thinking tag team. They chose their spot when attacking these two teams. You're going to have to choose your spots in any kind of triple threat matchup.
Certainly, but one thing that you were talking to me about over the course of the past few weeks was you were curious whether or not the competition would actually be all together, on the same page. They've never been able to link it up to the point where they could have that, no pun intended, limitless amount of success.
I mean, here's the thing. They came back to Limitless Wrestling on the road when we kick-started the series. They lost their first 2 matches. They had a lot to prove, and through season 2, they did just that. What a backbreaker on the lower back of DangerKid, and now tonight, they're in position to be arguably the top team in Limitless Wrestling history.
Champ wasting no time there, Randy. Wasting no time, and that's what you have to do in order to ground your opponent. You can't give them any opportunities to well up and build anything, especially DangerKid. I mean, this is a guy we've seen over the course of the past 6 years here in Limitless Wrestling establish himself as someone who never quits, someone who never gives up, and he's willing to go that extra mile to do what he's got to do in order to get his hand raised.
Absolutely. As a singles competitor, as a tag team competitor, as you said, finally has Aiden Aggro back to full strength. Oh, but he just got his cranium crushed. 2 knees charging in from the competition.
And that's 2 guys who know each other so well. That tandem offense, it's built into their blood at this point. Down goes
Wait a
Ricky
second,
Archer.
watch out for Champ! Look at Champ with the referee's back turn! CJ Cruz putting DangerKid in harm's way, the referee, just so much to handle.
You'd think Eric Greenleaf was in there, Randy.
Dude, this is, I mean, it's a lot. You got 6 wrestlers with a problem with each other. How can you contain?
Well, that's Nate Speckman's job here. Look at this! Not sure Champ got all of that, but
certainly enough.
Certainly enough to leave DangerKid hurting here. DangerKid.
Impressed moonsault, my goodness.
He's so oh, dropping him on his head.
That's like a brain buster from here, John. Reaching for Aiden Aggro, but he's not going to be able to get there.
Breaking up. That pin is Aiden Aggro, yeah, certainly. So, Champ Mathews has a bit of a Tom Brady vibe to me, Randy. As someone who's covered Tom Brady for the better part of the past 6 years, he looks like a star. He looks like an athlete. He's clean cut. He's got the skill set to prove it. But again, it's can you put it all together?
I mean, this is the time to do that. I mean, when the lights shine the brightest, can he get it done? The handstand with the boots pressed in the throat of DK. Oh, and another shot for CJ.
It's that veteran presence, like you said. They've been around this state for so long. They know. Ooh, maybe you didn't know that one was coming. There's that feistiness from DangerKid. Slaps him around in the face. Ooh! Step up from DangerKid, and Aiden Aggro wants in on the fun.
Anything you can do, I can do better, I suppose, with the Inseguri. DangerKid rocking Champ Mathews' world and Aggro, reaching for that tag. Fingertips away at this point. But Champ Mathews, he's got the heel of DangerKid. Boots him away.
Oh! You gotta, I know you don't like it, Randy, but you gotta give Connor credit there. He's been around this game long enough. He knew exactly what was coming. Now, because of the rules of this matchup, CJ Cruz and Ricky Archer could beg for that tag and give some relief here.
I mean, hey, they're begging for that tag. They may not even see action here. DangerKid, bad position, but a back body drop. But no way.
Will he do it? He does.
There's the tag.
And here's CJ Cruz, the man who came so close to tasting that Limitless Wrestling World Championship just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, fresh off a match with Casanova in the semifinals of the Vacation Land Cup. I think CJ Cruz woke a lot of people up to exactly who the hell he is. There's a tag, Ricky Archer coming into this thing, and a senton from CJ.
Stealing one out of MSP's book.
Oh, lancing super kick there. Connor Murphy sent hard overhead.
And look at, Archer and Cruz not wasting time.
Suicide dive from CJ. Connecting with MSP on the floor. What's Ricky Archer calling for?
Archer calling the shots like a quarterback in the fourth quarter, Randy.
Here comes CJ. Running start.
Ooh. The brick tall.
He's gonna keep this going. Connor Murphy dropped on the hardwood floor.
He's calling for more. MSP's staggering to their feet.
Archer's good at directing traffic. Taking them both out. Launching himself at the Maine State Posse.
And now Archer's had a moment to collect himself, and he says, okay, now it's my time. This is that fluidity, like you said, Randy. They're back on the same page.
DangerKid fighting off, though. Elbows to the back of the head. Oh, Ricky
catches
ripping him back.
Ooh! DangerKid's cranium bouncing off the canvas.
Uh-oh. Oh! Pile driver right on top of his head.
That's fucking right.
Here's CJ Cruz, though.
What a rotation! CJ Cruz twirling him down to the mat hard. Here comes Aggro.
Hooks the arm. And so again, Aiden Aggro, the DDT!
Uh-oh. Wait a second. There's Connor.
Oh!
That's what I'm talking about!
He's feeling it now.
And so is DangerKid!
Musaki knee from DangerKid and all 6 competitors down here in this triple threat tag team match on Double Vision.
This match, of course, Randy, presented to you by the How to Fall podcast and Fog Breaker Studios. What a night we've had here at Double Vision. Still to come, our main event. Christian Casanova, his final match in Limitless Wrestling, will defend his world title against Red Death, Daniel Garcia.
Ricky Archer, Champ Mathews in the ring, trying to pull themselves back to a vertical base. Now Connor Murphy entering the ring now. Oh, Aiden Aggro making a tag as Ricky Archer was in the wrong part of town.
DangerKid to the top. Let's see.
Wow, perfect position for this.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Champ was waiting. Aiden Aggro didn't realize it.
Corner chaos. Cutting him in half and then a boot to the mush. But there's a tag. Ricky Archer, the legal man now. Uh-oh, over the top goes Murphy. Big slap. Drop toe hold working.
Is he going to dial it up again, Randy? He is. 619.
Wow, catches him into the cutter. What a combination from CJ and Ricky.
DangerKid reaches out for the tag. Smart there by DangerKid to get himself in the match. MSP had no chance to win this thing if it couldn't be legal.
Oh, second. Lobster roll from DangerKid. Oh, CJ goes behind them.
Got the waist lock on.
These tag team combos from these tag teams.
You think MSP is happy to be back together, Randy?
Oh, it's poetry in motion.
Because we've seen this once, twice, maybe 300 times.
Thinking Maine State death drop here.
Oh, look at that. Oh, blind tag by Connor Murphy.
He was on the apron. Whoa, what a kick.
Go for the cover, trying to steal one away.
Got his legs.
The competition.
Oh, no.
Here are your winners, Connor Murphy and Jake Mathews, the competition.
Brilliant veteran presence by the competition. You could not have drawn that one up any better.
You just can't take your eyes off the ball. They didn't even see Champ Mathews on the outside, and Connor Murphy coming in at the perfect time to thwart the Maine State death drop and steal it.
And all of a sudden, Randy, we've got another contender in this division.
Wow. Huge victory here at Double Vision for the competition. And we're going to be back, folks, with our main event. Limitless Wrestling Championship on the line. It's Casanova versus Daniel Garcia.
At this time, I am joined by Champ Mathews and Connor Murphy, the competition.
Whoa, 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 not just the competition, the top of the ladder, the best tag team in Limitless Wrestling. Tell them about it, Connor.
For months we've been asking for this match, and for months we got the runaround. We heard excuse after excuse. We heard injuries. We heard scheduling. We heard timing. But you see, when there's no runaround left, when we share the same ring, they can't hold a candle to us. It's time to give us our respect. It's time to give us our flowers.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Whoa. And when it comes to Limitless Wrestling, the only competition is the competition. Bring.
How does it feel when it's quiet and calm? And will I be denied? How will it feel when it's time to move on? Mother says kneel and pray. When it gets hard, I won't roll those sleeves. Life can be so unkind. I will be found on the edge of the world, where there'll be no one around. Oh, solid ground. Solid ground. Solid ground. Solid ground. How does it feel to be on your own? No one to understand. I know I'm here and I don't belong. I'm on my knees today. When it gets dark, I won't know no fear. Life can be so unkind. Hanging around on the edge of the world. Finally no one around.
Me and Daniel Garcia, we were supposed to have that #1 contenders match. It didn't get to happen. Now it looks like him and I are going to be in there one-on-one, and I'm going to beat the shit out of that kid for real, for real. All I care about is taking out Christian Casanova and then winning the title.
Solid ground. Solid ground. Solid ground.
For the Limitless Wrestling World Championship. Your referee is Eric Greenleaf, and this match is sponsored by the Kings of the Rings podcast. My favorite podcast.
Wanna live life like a movie. Lights, camera, action, your wife is a groupie. Your mom is my biggest fan, sister love my jewelry. Never seen something like this, they ask Rosie. Wanna live like me, my life like a movie. Lights, camera, action, your wife is a groupie. Your mom is my biggest fan, sister love my jewelry. Never seen something like this, they ask Rosie. Who is he? My life like a movie. Scarface, Montana jacuzzi. Action packed, long hitters and Uzis. Picture this, flashing cameras and groupies. Diamonds in my jewelry, your mind is all foolery. There's nothing you can do to me, I keep the fucking tool on me. Who is he? A motherfucking nightmare. Daydreaming in my night airs, reclining in my chair. Shades on, but the vision is clear. You used to be dirt like Roy Jones. Now you're Roy Clone, I'm coming for your throne. A warning, it can spawn. Used to push the rock, avoid the cord. But of course, you stripped my life down short. Show no remorse, at all costs. I'm a boss, if you ever seen one.
Back third quarters.
Introducing first, the challenger to my left, hailing from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 187 pounds, Red Death, Daniel Garcia!
I'm looking past you, trust me.
Introducing the champion, hailing from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 175 pounds, he is the Limitless Wrestling World Champion, top talent, Christian Casanova!
It is very rare that somebody gets to write their own ending in a story. Christian Casanova has spent the last 6 years writing his. And tonight here at Double Vision, he'll have one last shot to compete in a Limitless wrestling ring and go out the way that he wants to. Randy Carver, you have seen Christian Casanova evolve from someone so hungry for a shot into the top talent that runs Limitless Wrestling. And tonight, we do it one more time.
The bell has sounded and we're off. The two men who closed the 2020 Vacation Land Cup with the championship on the line, now going head-to-head in singles action. Both men at 100%, and Christian Casanova looking to do just like Anthony Green did on his way out of Limitless Wrestling. Retain the championship, vacate it for future opportunities for the roster, and go out on top here in Limitless Wrestling after 6 years, like you said, from starting on the very first show, working his way up the card, reinventing himself, an absolute metamorphosis we've seen throughout the history of Limitless Wrestling of Christian Casanova. And it all leads to this, with Daniel Garcia here tonight, the top prize in Limitless on the line, his first championship defense here tonight in Yarmouth, Maine.
There's a lot of respect from Christian Casanova to Daniel Garcia. These two were supposed to battle in a #1 contenders match before the pandemic took a hold of things. Then we saw what they had to go through, hell and back, just to get to the main event of the Vacation Land Cup, where then they proceeded to go to war. And now, Christian Casanova, as he gets doubled over there, Christian Casanova in his final Limitless Wrestling match. He could have had any opponent to pick from, Randy. But Daniel Garcia, he knows that's the guy that deserves to be standing across the ring from him.
I mean, I think Daniel Garcia proved that at the Vacation Land Cup, going toe-to-toe with, I don't think it's an argument, the best technical wrestler in North America, maybe the world, Lee Moriarty, and able to escape that, able to move on to the main event, and as you said, an absolute battle. And I don't want to look over J.D. Drake and Alec Price, who were in that match as well, but these two showed up, showed out, and either man could have walked out as the champion. It was
and we didn't get to see them. Look at Christian Casanova.
The torque on that arm jump.
Brilliant rope break there by Daniel Garcia, though.
I don't know if I've really seen anyone in Limitless Wrestling with the absolute ring presence of Daniel Garcia. It's like he lives in a ring. He knows his way out of any hold. He can get to the ropes. He can break it and keep himself at least fighting for a few more minutes.
And we were talking about it earlier with Kevin Blackwood, the level of training that those Buffalo boys put in. It's an elite level of training, not just your conditioning, but you put yourself in a position where inside the ropes you are at home. There's nowhere else you feel more comfortable. And right now, as these two try to feel each other out here, it's a real treat. Look at this.
Christian Casanova matching the ground game of Red Death Daniel Garcia, who's trying to fight his way out. Oh, using the limbs.
I was saying, this is a real treat here. Rolls him over out of the cover. It's a real treat here because in that Vacation Land Cup final, they were so tired after going through so much. And yeah, they had a great little match there at the end. But now we've had months between this. They've had their chances to game plan. This has potential to be an all-time classic here in Limitless in what will be Christian Casanova's last match.
And I agree, the preparation certainly is going to play a factor here as Daniel Garcia just can't seem to find a way to get a step ahead of the top talent here early on.
Don't sleep on me.
When you hear that, Christian Casanova says, don't sleep on me.
Can you imagine sleeping on Christian Casanova after everything that he's proven here in Limitless Wrestling? From the days where he was dancing to Billie Jean to squaring up for the most prestigious prize in all of New England.
Absolutely. Daniel Garcia, look at him. Did you see? Trying to bury his fist in the abdomen of Christian Casanova. Turning it back and forth. That's going to feel very poorly. The knuckles just grinding into your body, and now a hammerlock here on Christian right around to the side headlock.
Everyone watching this match right now is so intent, just trying to get into the minds of these two competitors.
I mean, every move just matters so much. One bad movement, and Christian can hit that sucker kick immediately. Daniel Garcia has so many submissions in his repertoire. It's so easy for him to get you in a bad position to really take you into deep water, and sometimes there's no way to swim out.
He's wearing Christian down here, and that's what you have to do with someone like Christian Casanova, who, when he can tap into his athleticism, there's really no way you can stand up with him. So Daniel Garcia, his strength is that ground game. Try to accentuate your positives and hide your weaknesses.
That's the way to do it. Back against the ropes here, referee Eric Greenleaf implementing the count. Daniel Garcia immediately turning around, not letting himself even for a half second get in a vulnerable position with Christian. Whoa! He was thinking chop instead! A big kick connecting. Wow, what a leapfrog from Christian. The ups are insane, but Daniel Garcia can match it any day.
Look how intense this has gotten so quickly, Randy.
Ooh. And the first big blow goes to Garcia. Big shoulder tackle, dropping Christian, sending him hard into the corner. And a big hip toss from Red Death.
That's not going to put Christian Casanova there, Randy.
Well, it's not, but hey, he's forcing Christian to exert energy with every single kick out of every cover he makes. Eventually, that's going to add up, slowly but surely.
This feels like one of those 12-round boxing matches where there's a lot of feeling each other out, and then all of a sudden, that burst. And it's, can you land the knockout blow in that burst?
We talked about Daniel Garcia's preparation, but I think Christian matches that level of elite training from the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. He's in a ring multiple times a week, and just, they're training like high-level athletes. You know what I mean? They're not taking any breaks, no rest.
Ooh, catches his hand. Okay, locking up. Look at this.
Christian trying to get him airborne. Whoa, Christian goes airborne right over the top. Rolls him through. Uh-oh. Garcia will pick the leg, looking for the stomp, but nobody home.
Christian Casanova knows what's coming, Randy. Leapfrog.
So does Daniel Garcia.
Using the ropes to his advantage. Look for that deep arm drag. Misses.
Oh, look for the leg drop there. Christian able to roll out of the way. Goes through onto his feet. See you later, Dan.
Reverses it. Slaps the drop kick out of the way and lands with one of his own.
Pinpoint precision from the top talent.
Reminding everyone he is the Limitless Wrestling World Champion, at least for the duration of this match. And I think that brings up the point, Randy, we need to talk about it. If Christian Casanova wins this match, he's going to do exactly what Anthony Green did, and he will vacate the title, and someone else will have to earn that opportunity just like he had to. If not, it belongs to Daniel Garcia.
Well, we've seen Christian talking on Twitter. He's proposed another Vacation Land Cup, the very event, the very tournament where Christian went all the way and became Limitless Wrestling World Champion.
Maybe that's something that has to happen, but Red Death Daniel Garcia wants no part of that. He's gone through hell and back once, doesn't want to do it again, but in order to walk away with that Limitless Wrestling World Championship, he may just have to.
Keeping Christian down, though, at least for the moment, Daniel Garcia has to stay on top of it. Snapmare sends him forward. Oh, driving his knee right into the spine. Got to send shockwaves up and down your back if you're Christian Casanova.
Look at the mental plotting going on with Daniel Garcia right now as he circled Christian Casanova, that pacing. It's almost morbid as he tries to hook the leg, but it's almost morbid where you can see the method to his madness. It's in his facial expressions, and it makes him so dangerous, like what we just saw there.
Yeah, you can see the gears turning, and you know it's not good for whoever he's in the ring with. Christian, luckily, thus far, has at least had an answer for most everything, but a forearm right to the side of the back, it looked like right there, elevated and dropped with a back suplex. Garcia into the cover, and I think that's the first 2 count of the contest, John.
Yeah, it was, and Christian Casanova starting to show some signs of wear and tear here, shaking off the cobwebs a little bit. And it's not easy to get Christian Casanova in that kind of position either.
Incredible stamina. This dude can just take so much punishment, too, as we saw the Vacation Land Cup going through CJ Cruz in the opening round. What a chop. Painting the chest red, no pun intended.
Think about it, that match, how much work CJ Cruz had to do just to even keep it competitive. Red Death Daniel Garcia, though, right now is in absolute high gear. He's having the best run of his career. This is a guy, we tell the story in every single match, but he's still not all that long. Goes for the cover. Still not all that long removed from a traumatic car wreck that maybe put his pro wrestling career in jeopardy, and now he's trying to show everyone, I am the top talent, not Christian Casanova.
And this dude's so young, too. He's so fresh into the professional wrestling business, conducting himself like a 10 or 15-year pro.
I got a forearm in his face. Why are you counting? Come on. How is that illegal?
And Daniel Garcia barking at the referee now.
Take a look who it is, so.
Oh! Once again, driving a knee into the back of Christian Casanova. That took something out of him, too.
Crowd here not happy about that. Firmly behind Christian Casanova. They've seen Christian rise up the ranks here in Limitless Wrestling.
Wait a second, John. That knee pad, the sock just came down to Daniel Garcia, exposing that right knee. I don't like this for Christian at all.
I certainly do not either.
And he didn't see that. He has no idea.
Well, he's able to avoid it.
Daniel Garcia maybe looking for a kill shot there early. Oh!
Knees to faces.
Casanova back to his feet.
Springboard.
Oh, but connecting with Garcia hard. What a collision.
We haven't seen much from him so far. Catches the leg, ducks the other.
Right to the back of the head.
He held his leg there, trying to remind everyone, I'm the best at what I do, and he's about to show it again.
No luck on the remix leg drop. Back elbow from Garcia, who's bending him over the top rope.
I agree, he's got to break this.
He's implementing the count, but he's got till 5. He's got the extent of that 5 count, and Daniel Garcia, hey, as much as we don't like it, John, it's smart. He knows how to utilize that 5 count.
It is, and it goes back to what you were talking about before. There's no place that Daniel Garcia is more comfortable than between those 4 turnbuckles.
And there's nowhere he won't go to get this Limitless Wrestling World Championship. But Christian looking for the remix leg drop right across the throat, popping off the middle rope.
He got it that time, but just not enough. As Daniel Garcia, you're going to have to wear him down more than just that. Again, Garcia has controlled the majority of this matchup. Christian Casanova fighting from behind a position he's not all that used to here now.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter when you get a leg crashing down from the skies on your throat. That's going to cause some problems for Daniel Garcia. Oh, a little back kick right there. Little disrespect. Oh! Open hand slap from Garcia. Jeez!
What a driver there by Daniel Garcia!
Only 2 from referee Eric Greenleaf. Garcia starting to turn it on in those pivotal moments. I think a little frustration starting to set in as well.
And I'm watching across the ring, Randy. Do you see who's sitting there by the entranceway?
Kevin Blackwood, watching intently just like everybody here, but I think he's got to feel it on another level. His boy's in there right now, his training partner, his traveling companion. He's got to be pulling for Red Death in what could possibly be the biggest match of his young career.
I think what Red Death has done for Kevin Blackwood these last few months, for them to walk out of here with the championship. A vicious stomp from Daniel Garcia. Look at his eyes, Randy.
That's a chest-caving kick right there from Garcia. Christian Casanova trying to catch his breath. I bet that knocked the wind out of him. I can't imagine having a stomp with that force crashing down on your chest and an uppercut to follow it up.
Now just wearing down that midsection.
Look at him driving himself into the abdomen. That looked closed. That looked like a closed
fist. It certainly did, and I think he even shook off his hand there. And Christian Casanova, this isn't the way you want your title reign to end. Back to the proverbial wall here, trying to show some fight, but Daniel Garcia's just got an answer for everything.
Oh my goodness! Oh! And I think he's got something dastardly planned. Tucking Christian's legs to the outside of the ring ropes, maybe thinking superplex as he fights to get the arm.
Casanova chopping at his knee.
Now that's a way to chop a guy down.
Very much so.
I don't see that very often.
And we also know how lethal Daniel Garcia is on his feet, but
give me a break!
Daniel Garcia, you talk about ring awareness. Well, he knew where the referee was and used it to his advantage.
That's potentially grounds for a disqualification. You got to be careful if you're Daniel Garcia with so much on the line.
And now I think, Randy, he has every piece he needs to pull this off. There they go.
Superplex from Garcia, holding on, rolling through. Oh, but the culture cutter from Christian!
Where did Christian Casanova get that from? Where did he have to go to pull that out?
You gotta dig down deep in these main event matchups, John. It's all on the line. As referee Eric Greenleaf now implementing to count both competitors down here in our main event, Double Vision for the Limitless Wrestling World Championship.
John Alba and Randy Carver here in Yarmouth made this match, of course, presented by the Kings of the Rings podcast on Wrestle Addict Radio. We thank all of you for tuning in tonight for what has been a very special show, and it's a very special match. Christian Casanova's final Limitless Wrestling match. Title on the line.
Throwing the first shot, connecting to the jaw of Garcia. Garcia's spent. Dazed.
He wants more, Randy.
Of course he does. He always wants more. You saw what he said when the announcement came out about the first defense. All he knows is defense, man.
Stirring to his feet. Can't even get there. I think back to the Vacation Land Cup where Daniel Garcia, his shoulder nearly fell out. Like it was almost disconnected. The pain he went through to try to earn that shot. Now, it's so tangible. It's right in front of him, literally and figuratively. What depth will he go to, though?
This is the best shot he's had. Coming in at 100%, but Christian Casanova, so tough to game plan for. It's so tough to have a strategy for someone just as agile. The incredible athleticism from Christian Casanova that we've seen on display thus far.
I talked about this being a boxing fight earlier, Randy. Slowing the pace down a little bit. Picked up by the East German there by Daniel Garcia.
Oh my God, charging into the super kick. Pops him up into the shot. Woo! Step up into Gurry, but a big boot from Garcia.
Off the ropes. Pops up into the knee.
Daniel Garcia with a John Woo style drop kick. Christian Casanova hitting the canvas in a heap.
What a main event we have here at Double Vision, Randy. Both men down. Expended all their energy to this point.
It's so evenly matched. It's so we keep finding ourselves in this scenario because neither man can really get in a position to hit something big, to hit that kill shot, and to really solidify a victory for themselves.
And they know each other so well. You can talk about scouting, but it's inherent at some point where you just know what's coming, and your body is just on autopilot.
I mean, they've shared a locker room here for at least 2 years, if not more. So that time alone, I mean, you become very familiar with someone that you're on, shows once a month with, watching all the time.
And look at Christian Casanova there.
Wow.
Wrenching the ears back.
Yeah, that's a little payback for earlier.
I got to give Christian Casanova credit on this. We know Daniel Garcia. Look at, again,
handful of hair.
Christian Casanova knows that Daniel Garcia is so good at targeting limbs, and he hasn't been able to do that this match very much.
Uh-oh. Here comes Red Death, though, quickly grabbing hold of the top talent. Trying to elevate him in the air with Christian. 2 knees drilled into Daniel Garcia.
How about 2 for 1?
What a spring there, coming down with the knee right in the throat of Daniel Garcia. Pinning him between the knee and the turnbuckle. Garcia onto his feet. Christian looked for the spring.
Look at that!
Oh no! He's got Christian down!
He's got him down!
Bad position, but he tried to crash that foot in. Christian got a grip around it.
He did. That was the smartest thing Christian Casanova's done this entire match because Daniel Garcia cannot cinch this in entirely. And now he's trying to fight out here.
Yeah, trying to pull that leg away. Rolling backward, shoulders down! Only 2! There's the sucker kick! I don't know if he got all of it right there.
I don't think he did, but
enough
it
of
might be
it! Oh! So close for Christian, but still so far.
And remember how Christian won the title. He had to go to the top rope. He had to pull out all the stops. Hasn't quite got in there yet, Randy.
Come on.
What the hell does he have to do at this point? I mean, that's got to be the thought running through Christian's mind. I think Daniel Garcia's mind just a few moments ago, though.
And think about the emotions going through Christian Casanova's head right now. This is not a normal match. 1, it's your first title defense. Number 2, it's your last one.
I mean, it's been an emotional day here regarding Christian Casanova, everybody involved. So many people here have been here since day one. They've witnessed this metamorphosis. The Limitless fans have as well.
Gets caught.
Turning him inside out with the clothesline. Garcia could be the new Limitless Wrestling World Champion.
Daniel Garcia.
Only 2. Oh my God, that's as close as you can get. That's as close as you can possibly get without crowning a new champion. The pile driver, spiking him into the ring, and it's still not enough, John, to defeat Christian Casanova.
Christian Casanova's arm is still up. He gave everything. That was it, Randy. That was the end of his run here in Limitless Wrestling. Yet somehow,
that kick out might have been the last bit of energy he had, though.
And that's something to watch here. But look at Daniel Garcia. He's tired too. Look at the wounds on his back. You can see those red welts.
Yeah, he's looks like on his shoulder blade, near blood. And I'm not surprised at the impacts, the kicks, the strikes he's taken in this match. It's a battle.
Stirring to his feet. Stirring silence falls across the crowd here too.
He's stalking Christian.
Very intense mood here, Randy.
I don't know if I've really felt an atmosphere so intense here at the Yarmouth Vets. Oh, come on! He's in the ropes, damn it! Driving the stomps!
Gotta break this up.
He's got till the count of 5, and he knows it. Drilling stomps down into Christian. Once again, Daniel Garcia just proving he really knows that wrestling rule book.
Look at him talking to himself. Be calm. Telling himself, be calm.
He knows the gravity of the situation he's in. You can't lose your cool. You cannot risk a disqualification in a match of this magnitude. When are you going to get another shot?
Casanova dropping to a knee. Randy, I'm going to be real. I don't know how much more Christian has. Trying to power him up for one more pile driver, maybe.
Those clubs just take the life out of you. Trying to elevate Christian up, lowering his center of gravity, though, trying to make it impossible for Daniel Garcia to lift him up. But he's got control of the arm, driving the elbows in the side. Break a rib. Uh-oh, he's got him elevated here.
Taking power bomb.
Christian fighting off with
No
shots.
buckle bomb.
Oh, man!
Wait a minute!
Dirty Diana!
Where'd that come from?
Christian, still the champion? No! Only a 2 count.
Here we go, Randy. This is how he won the Limitless Wrestling World Championship. It was Dirty Diana. Into the sucker kick, he went to the top.
He's gonna go airborne one more time, it looks like.
Do you believe in deja vu?
Daniel Garcia to his feet, staggering. Here comes Christian. No water in the pool. Whoa, Daniel Garcia! Turning him inside out with a knee.
Hooks the arms. No, Randy, no. Oh my God! Dropping him on his head.
Christian's lifeless. Christian's lifeless as Daniel Garcia turning him over.
Oh my God! 2 7/8. And he's back up. Daniel Garcia's seen a ghost, and now he's trying to put him to sleep. Christian Casanova trying to hang on to all that he loves. Christian Casanova trying to bite down to stay alive.
He's going limp. He's going
the life
limp.
out of him.
He can't get any wind.
Is he gonna call it? Sucking the life out of him.
Christian trying to turn his head over. Oh no! A deeper hook from Garcia.
Garcia pressing down the referee, checking Christian.
That's it! We've got a new champion!
Your winner and new Limitless Wrestling World Champion, Redneck Daniel Garcia!
From wrecked and shredded metal on the side of a country road to the center of the ring, holding the most precious piece of gold in all of New England. Daniel Garcia is the new Limitless Wrestling World Champion. Christian Casanova's career has come to a close here in Limitless Wrestling.
Daniel Garcia now puts his name in the record books alongside Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Anthony Green, and now the former Limitless Wrestling World Champion, the top talent, Christian Casanova.
Christian Casanova. His journey, well, it's well documented. We've seen it evolve unlike any other talent here in Limitless Wrestling. And now, as one final thank you, the Limitless faithful bid him farewell. And we bid you farewell tonight. We thank you for tuning in here on IWTV to Double Vision. Christian Casanova, thank you.